we're the Buccaneers. Ho, 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 we're the Buccaneers. Offense, defense. Now we're here to say, make the walk the plank, throw 'em in Tampa Bay. Bay, 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 Bay.
Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, we the Bucks. You know they brought the crew, so we gotta turn them up. No matter if we run, blow, the offense on the roll, and the defense can't stop, so they screaming, let's go. Get it, got it, he gone. That boy took that thing down to the end zone. And the only thing on my mind is just bucking your time, and I'ma ride. Let's go Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey. Not fire the cannons, I wanna hear them go. The other team better hurry up and lead them. Fly right past them, let them running like put a big hit on them, make the crowd go. Now raise the flags, cause I wanna see them. Gotta make sure the other team fans see it. And the only thing on my mind is just bucking your time, and I'ma ride. Now let's go Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey, I say Tampa, hey, get Tampa, hey.
Oh, there we go. Buck fans, what's going on? Welcome to... Oh, here we go. We're already starting. There we go. Buck fans, welcome to the Frozen Pirate Podcast. We have a good show lined up for you guys. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of hype, a lot of stuff going on around the NFL, man. But we're right here. We're here to cover it all. Shout out to everybody listening on X right now. Something's going on with YouTube, so bear with us. It's not just us. It's worldwide. But we have a good show lined up for you guys. As always, this is the topics for tonight. Baker Mayfield, his case for MVP. And then at 8:30, we have State of the South. I'm going to be joined by Ralph of Damn YouTube Sports Talk. Daniel will be joining me in the first half of the show to discuss Baker's MVP run. It's been magical, guys, and we're going to keep riding that wave. And then we got the injury report around the NFL. We got some clips we want to play for you guys. Like I said, it's going to be a packed show. We're going to do NFL power rankings and then our week 7 prediction picks. There's some upset picks that Jamie has told me about, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But again, guys, bear with us. YouTube is down, I think, right now. I'm still checking. It's down. Some places in the country, it's down. Don't know what's going on, but we're going to push through. So shout out to everybody listening to us on X, Instagram. Like I said, guys, bear with us, and it's not just us, it's worldwide. But without further ado, let me bring in my guest, the one, the only, the man, the fear, the Bay, Daniel Morales. What's going on, Daniel? I'm going to get better at those intros. I promise you, I'm going to get way better at those intros.
No, I love it, dude. You did a great job there, and you have all the topics. Look at this, man. I appreciate everything you've done here.
Listen. I do it. I'm here for you, all right? I'm here for you. No, we got a good show. Too. Yeah, man, we got a good show. Hey, hell of a win by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, Baker Mayfield pulling it off, man. I mean, just a nice, magical season that he's putting together. It's what can't Baker Mayfield do? It's one of those things. What can't he do? Well, because he's doing everything right. He starts off slow. He's admitted to that. But, I mean, he comes alive, dude, in the second and third. And then on the fourth quarter, it's like, you ever play Mortal Kombat? Have you ever played any of the newer ones? All right, some of the newer ones that come out, you see like Liu Kang. He's like a super Liu Kang. He's like fire and lightning. That's what Baker Mayfield is turning into right now, man. He's like, I've heard the comparisons to Stone Cold, man. I don't know, something with Baker Mayfield this year is through the charts. But I want to pump the brakes on all that stuff, and I'm going to tell you guys why in a little bit. But I mean, right now, let's talk about Baker Mayfield and his grit, his resilience. What makes Baker Mayfield, in your opinion, Daniel, so tough? Like, what is it with him right now? What is he doing?
Yeah, well, I think what he's doing is he's finding ways to win, right? With all these injuries. So for most quarterbacks, I pointed this out on the game day cast. If Baker Mayfield was to lose that match or the last game against the 49ers, you can make the excuse, oh, he was down his top 4 wide receivers, right? But he's still even down your top 4 wide receivers: Mike Evans, Chris Godwin Jr., Emeka Buka, Jalen McMillan, who's been out since week number 2 of the preseason. He still finds ways to win, and that's not even including the 2 offensive line injuries he's still dealing with on the right side of the offensive line. He just continues in his RB1, right? Bucky Irving out as well. He just continues to find ways to win. In the fourth quarter, also, like you said, he starts off a bit slow in games. He missed Emeka Buka twice. He overshot him, threw behind him a couple passes there as well. But again, in the fourth quarter, if something changes in Baker Mayfield, I think he's the most clutch quarterback in the league right now. In the fourth quarter, he has ice in his veins. You know, he's just going to go out there, man. He's just going to find ways to win you the game. And I don't know. For me, he's the MVP front runner right now. I know you want to pump the brakes. And of course, we're just a little bit more than a quarter into the season. He has to continue this. But one thing we talked about before the season even started was that last year he had a good season, 41 touchdowns, but 16 interceptions. And if he wanted to be in the MVP conversation, he was going to have to get down those interceptions. And he's done that so far, right? So he has a 12 touchdown to 1 interception ratio right now. He has 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's cleaned up those errors, those mistakes, and he's found ways to continue winning. I don't think right now the Buccaneers could ask more from Baker Mayfield, and he is playing at an MVP caliber level. I know it's too early to crown him, right? But if you were to name an MVP right now, it would be Baker Mayfield, number 1, right, in the NFC as well.
Yeah, he's playing lights out. Like I said, 2025 stats so far: 1,500 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. But that doesn't really tell the full story. I mean, he is keeping plays alive when he should be sacked. And it's insane because, watching him this year has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Some of the throws he's making. But it's not so much about just this year. I mean, it's not so much about like what he did last year, but this year is so special because of the throws he's making. And it's who he's making these throws to. You know, he's playing with wide receiver 4, 5, and 6, and the guy who used to work at Walmart and Kmart and Target. You know what I'm saying? These are, I shouldn't say that, but you get the drift. Like, this is the type of stuff that Tom Brady did, back in the day and with the Patriots. Just
making the guys around him better, right?
Better, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say no name guys, but you know what I'm saying. A 7th round pick, a 30-something-year-old Sterling Shepard. It's incredible what he's doing. But here's the thing. I do want to pump the brakes a little bit because it is only week 6. We're going into week 7. A lot can still happen. A lot can happen. And I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nelly here. I'm not. I'm just being realistic. I'm ecstatic as a Buccaneers fan. I think this is incredible what Baker Mayfield is doing. If he can keep this up and we can go to the NFC Championship game, crown him as MVP because he is the most valuable player on the field for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is keeping plays alive. I got a couple of clips here that I'd like to play. And before we get into that, Daniel, we got something special to announce as we've been doing. As everybody knows, Daniel and myself, he comes on the show as a guest. He's got his Fear of the Bay. I got the Frozen Pirate podcast. I was asked to a question about something to come on down to Tampa. There's a Sports Collectors Expo going on.
Yeah.
And yours truly and Daniel will be there. And we got a list. Daniel, you're better than this than I am. So let's pull this up so that people can see. Check that out, guys. That's quite the list.
And there's more guys that, haven't been announced because, we're waiting a little bit, but man, it's going to be quite a show here. And it's $5 entry. It's going to be at the Florida State Fairgrounds in December. It's going to be December 15th, 16th, and 17th. That is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And man, we got quite a lineup
5th,
here.
6th, and 7th, not the 15th. 5th, 6th, and 7th.
I'm sorry,
Daniel,
5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah. Daniel's running on fumes. If you guys don't see what goes into the production before the show starts. Daniel told me, he's like, hey man, I'm running on fumes. We've all been there. Dad life, work life, man. We get it. No worries, brother. But it's gonna be a cool show. Keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. Good correction because we got the dates wrong there. But yeah, December 5th, 6th, and 7th, not 15th, 16th, 17th. But the Friday lineup, we're working on that one over there. There's going to be possibly some really, really, really exciting guests there. But Saturday, that right there is confirmed. I mean, I'm gonna leave the Bucks one for last. We got Dante Culpepper, former quarterback in the NFL. You got some Tampa Bay Rays as well. B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena. You have Kevin Kiermaier. You also got some former Eagles as well. You got Vince Pompey here. You got Dwight Smith as well. But again, this is just the beginning. These are just the guys who have been confirmed
Super Bowl.
so far.
Super Bowl legend Dwight Smith.
Oh yeah. I almost skipped over him here.
Two interceptions.
Rice also for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going to be inducted into the Ring of Honor. I believe soon, right? It's going to be a week before. Yeah, the week before, right? Yeah. So the week before, he's going to be inducted into the Buccaneers Ring of Honor, and then the next week you can meet him at the Florida State Fairgrounds for the Tampa Sports Collectors Expo. Man, it's going to be quite a lineup. I'm really excited. I know you're excited, Louie. You're going to come all the way down from Massachusetts for this. It's going to be a really exciting event here. It's $5 entry, as DJ Up said as well.
$5. Listen,
the barrier entry is just coming for $5, dude. It's gonna be amazing. Man. Yeah, it's not just for sports as well. There's Pokemon cards. There's a card trading expo as well. There's a lot of things there. But Louie, anything else you want to expand on?
No, man. Like I said, I'm pumped to do this. Like I said, guys, come on down. You know, bring the kids, bring the family. It's going to be a great time. $5, man. What can you do for $5 anymore? You can't even get it's false advertisement with Wendy's. A $5 biggie bag. That's bull crap. It's not $5. It's like $6 and some change. All right. $5 gets you in. You get to meet some of these legends. You get to meet some of these players. You know, you get to come see us. You know what I'm saying? Hell, come by. If we have t-shirts available, support the cause, man. Buy a t-shirt and you get a free sticker. You know, we're working on t-shirts and stuff like that, man. Come buy some t-shirts, man. Like I said, support the cause. And like I said, bring the family. $5. $5, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. You know, back to the news with Baker Mayfield making the case for Baker Mayfield as the MVP. I want to play a couple of clips here, man. I want to play a couple of clips. Some of the things that we get to see Baker Mayfield do. Just again, some amazing throws. Let's get to one of them. I want to show the people this one.
He's not going to have a chance. Oh, yes, he is. He fights through the sack. Looking for first down yard. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Oh, that is pure Baker Mayfield. Absolutely.
Baker Mayfield, man, again. That was what was that? Third down? Or was it? No, that was a third down, making a play.
Third and
12. Right? Yeah, it was like 3rd and 12. This is what I'm talking about. The high intensity, the energy for Baker Mayfield. You know, keeping plays alive. That's why I said he is one of the most important pieces for this team right now. On defense. I mean, offense. I told the story, went up to New Hampshire for Spooky World. I was wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey, and this is how I know the Buccaneers are for real, for real. I knew they were for real. But now, you know, up north over here, everybody noticed the Baker Mayfield jersey. 50-50, hate and love. So we came back to the hotel. We were starving. It was late. You know, Spooky World went a long time. 4 haunted houses, haunted hayride, and then other things you can do. Cody was not afraid. Shout out to him, man. My 7-year-old just not afraid. Told one of the like Satan girls to go to hell. I'm like, Cody, you can't do that. You like say something different, you know. You look like you hurt her feelings. The wife got an anxiety attack because one of the haunted houses got narrower and narrower, and it got pitch black. And then the inflatables like sucked you in, and you had to walk through these inflatables and the senses. You had to use your senses. It messed with your head big time. Yeah, it was like a 2-minute walk straight like that, pitch black. You couldn't see nothing, and you were like suffocated. And I have my son by his neck like that, not by his neck, but you guys know what I mean. You know, and then the wife was pushing some random person in front of her. Yeah, she's like, I want to go home. Like, no, we spent $186 on this. We're staying. We got 3 more haunted houses. Let's go. Speaking of haunted houses, Raymond James Stadium is going to be a haunted house for a lot of these teams coming in here when the Buccaneers are fully healthy. But back to what I said with the Baker Mayfield thing. We went to the bar. You had to go to the bar to order food. It was like almost 11 o'clock by the time we got back. Again, wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey. I'm standing at the bar, waiting. And then finally this guy like slammed the bar like that to the bartender. He's like, hey, man, the guy in a Baker Mayfield jersey is waiting to get served. And I was just like, did he just say that? And he did. And he goes, hey, man, you got yourselves a hell of an effing player, man. That's MVP right there. So everybody's starting to notice. But I want to pump the brakes on it, Daniel, just because of the fact that it's still week 6. We're going into week 7. We have a big matchup against the Detroit Lions. But deep down inside of me, I want to scream and say, he's the MVP, which in my opinion he is thus far. It's just you can't deny that. And there's a lot of people out there still denying him. And I respect everybody's opinion. There's other people out there that think that Josh Allen's better than him. He's not, in my opinion. Right now, he's not. Baker's playing at a high level, and it's because, and I got a couple of more clips that I want to play here. I think he's tougher. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, can we agree on that?
Yeah, maybe the toughest, right?
Yeah, I mean, and he's making spectacular plays. I want to play this clip right here to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
The blitz and a touchdown pass as Baker reacted to the on-rusher and got rid of it in time.
Now, for those of you who are curious to understand why Baker and that gentleman were jawing back and forth, there's another clip that I would like to play. This is the reason why.
And got rid of it in time.
Job of moving defenders.
On 2nd and 10, there was a blitz and a touchdown pass as Baker reacted to the on-rusher and got rid of it in time. Hold on, there is a flag at the line of scrimmage.
How can you not appreciate that? He's the toughest quarterback in the NFL right now. Taking shots like that, getting up and getting in your face. And it's not just the punishment that he's taking, it's the throws that he's making. Like the one like right here to Tez Johnson. Tez finally got one. The backflip heard around the league. We'll play this one too.
Going for a big ball. Down the field. Got an open target. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tez Johnson has his first NFL touchdown and a magnificent flip to go with it.
He's on fire, man.
Yeah. And real quick, Tez with that celebration didn't get as much air as he did in the preseason. Remember, he did that backflip in preseason, had so much air. This one's maybe an 8 out of 10 in terms of I'm just joking around. But man,
it was definitely a good one. It was definitely a good one. I again, back to the Baker Mayfield situation, his case for MVP, man. I mean, it's not just the toughness. It's not just the grit, in my opinion, with Baker Mayfield. It's the chemistry that he's got with key players on that team. Not just key players, but everybody. We saw what happened with him and Mike, that connection there. I've said numerous of times on numerous different occasions, I think the connection that he has with Mike Evans was better than he had with Tom Brady, in my opinion. I think Brady and Evans, there were times where they just couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But Baker and Mike, I think they have a better chemistry. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. I mean, no. But am I the only one that sees that?
It was more Brady and Godwin Jr. I believe that was the true connection there. But obviously, Mike Evans still gets 1K yards every season. He was always a red zone threat. But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, but this year it's been the Emeka. He got hurt, of course, in the second half with the hamstring injury. But it's been the Baker to Emeka Ibuka show there. That's been the real connection this year.
Yeah, and thank God for Emeka Ibuka, man. Shout out to him. Happy birthday to him, man, because like I said, with him, he's bailed out Baker plenty of times. And I mean, I don't know if we have the same amount of win totals that we do without him. I mean, he's been a key factor, but I mean, he went out in that game. It's unfortunate, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. But I think, as of right now, you take a look at Baker Mayfield's stats. Those are pretty impressive the first 6 weeks of the season. Considering I don't really think outside of Jordan Love, I don't think anybody else is doing more with less. You know what I'm saying?
That's the real story here. It's not just the numbers, like you're saying. Who can do it without their top 4 wide receivers and top 3 at some points, right? Because Emeka Ibuka got hurt in the second half, but he's doing it without his top receivers. He's doing it with a banged up offensive line, right? The first few weeks, it was a makeshift offensive line. You're moving Graham Barton out to left tackle, right? You're moving Ben Bredesen inside to center. It doesn't matter who's in or who's out. Baker Mayfield continues. If you take him out, you grab Baker Mayfield, you put him out, and you put somebody else in. You put, I don't know, you put Justin Herbert in there. You put Jared Goff, maybe he can't do it. I don't know if many quarterbacks can be put in the position that Baker Mayfield has this year and still have the same amount of success, still have the same stats, but overall still have the same win total, right? I don't know if you can pull him out and put somebody else in and they're going to have the same success. Because, again, he did in the second half with Tez Johnson and Cameron Johnson, right? Those aren't any – there would never be your wide receiver 1. There would never be your wide receiver 2. And maybe, Tez Johnson has that potential. He's more of maybe a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4. I think that's his ceiling. But he's doing it with guys out there like Sterling Shepard, right? The veteran. The New York Giants didn't want him, right? He comes over to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield, he wants him here. They bring him in last year, and he's been clutch, right? When the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need him on third downs, whenever they need him, that boomer-to-boomer connection, that's been working for them. But again, I don't know if many quarterbacks can be in the position. You're learning also, it's not a whole new offense, right? Josh Brizard was here last year, but there's still some changes to it. It's not the same exact offense you learned last year. So you're learning essentially parts of a new offense. You have all these injuries on the offensive line throughout the first few weeks of the season, and now just on the right side. And you have your top wide receivers down, but you continue your top running back down. But continue to find ways to stick in the game, keep these guys fighting for all 4 quarters. I think last year, a lot of these times, these games are really close. A lot of these times last year, they couldn't finish out these games. And this year, they're doing the complete opposite, right? They're finishing these games. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC. If it continues like that, of course, they get a first-round bye, right? That would be amazing. And they have those games in Raymond James Stadium. So it's a long season. We're only a little bit more than a quarter in. And you can't crown an MVP right now. We've seen teams like the Steelers, for example, go 8-0 and start off really hot, and then they just fizzle out. So they just have to keep this going. But they're only going to get healthier, I believe. They're only going to get more guys back. Hopefully there's no more major injuries, but they're going to get healthier. And when they do, I think this team, especially towards the end of the season, heading into the playoffs, they should be the healthiest they've been all season, right?
Right. Yeah.
I think they're going to be a real threat. If I'm any other team in the NFC, I don't want to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think, man.
Bring up a good point there. Think about that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at full tilt. With no injuries. Who do you cover? Shout out to YouTube now. It's up and going now.
Good.
That was strange, man, what was going on with YouTube. So guys, if you're on X or Instagram and you're watching this, you can come on over to YouTube. We want to know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Daniel of Fear the Bay. A lot of good stuff going on with Daniel, play-by-play with Matt Matera there on Pewter Report on Pewter Game Days. That's always fun to listen to. Like I said, I'm having a blast listening to you guys. I got to stop using my AirPods because my AirPods are making me misspell things because I hit send and I don't read it. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, man, I look like a gimp right now. But like I said, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate Podcast as well. Hit the bell notifications. We greatly appreciate it here. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think about Baker Mayfield. If you think he's the true MVP, can he continue to keep up with this? Again, I hope he stays healthy and I hope we can continue with this momentum, man, because it's big. Let's take before you get out of there, let's talk about the injury report for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know, man. It's tough because you have a game coming up with the Detroit Lions, and Detroit, are they a good team or are they a bad team? Like, are they?
No, they're a good team. They're a good team, I believe.
I think they're a little overrated, though, in my opinion, because I looked at the totality of who they faced this year. The Bengals, the Ravens. Maybe you can say that win against the Ravens was legitimate, but was it? Considering what the Ravens look like right now, they lost to the Packers, a good team. That's the team that I'm most concerned about if I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. But we're going into Detroit on Monday night. I'm looking at the injury report right now. Emeka Egbuka is expected to miss time.
Yeah, he got his MRI, I believe it was yesterday.
Trying to see,
but he's expected to miss some time. So Mike Evans is in play possibly to return this week. Chris Godwin Jr. is not going to be back this week. Bucky Irving, same thing. They're not playing.
Zion's
I can't remember Zion McCollum is. Yeah, questionable.
They're saying he's questionable. It's just
the Lions are a healthier team right now also than the Buccaneers, and that creates problems as well, right?
Well, they're
going to lose out.
they're a good running team.
But
I will say that. But the Buccaneers are pretty good at stopping the run. So, you know,
yeah, so right now with my deep dive, I'm not fully completed yet, but on defense, that's what I'm a little bit more scared of right now. Those edge rushers. You have Aiden Hutchinson, Muhammad. And Aiden Hutchinson. He's top 5 right now in sacks. I believe he has 6 sacks so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw last year when Luke was out, he had 4.5 sacks in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Luke's going to be out this game as well. You just hope Charlie Heck can hold up because he's going up against one of the best pass rushers in the entire game, right? But really. And even Muhammad, which is his partner in crime, right? The other edge rusher, he has 4.5 sacks this year. So combined between those two guys, they have 10.5 sacks. So, they get to the quarterback. Now, the thing with the Detroit Lions, and it's good that the Buccaneers might be down their top receivers because cornerback is their major weakness, right? You have Arnold, you have Rock Ya-Sin, and that's their major weakness. The inside linebackers are good. The defensive line is good. But the defensive backfield, that's a bit questionable. You're going to have Brian Branchow also suspended for this game because he had that post-game fight with Juju Smith-Schuster, the Chiefs wide receiver. So he's one of the better young safeties in the league. He's going to be out this game too. So again, if you're going to have any game where your top wide receivers are out, it's good that it's this game because the weakness for the Detroit Lions are those cornerbacks. And Kirby, what's his name? Kirby Joseph, right? Kirby, he's the safety for Kirby Joseph. So I was really impressed with him, man, because when I was doing my deep dive, I know some people say he's a dirty player because some of the hits that he's taken on tight ends and all this stuff, right? But he had 9 interceptions last year, and so far he has 3 interceptions already, and we're just 6 games in, right? So I mean, he's going to be really the only thing I'm scared of in terms of the defensive backfield. But besides him, I think Baker Mayfield is going to be able to throw it if he has time. So it's just really protect Baker Mayfield, make sure Hutchinson or Muhammad doesn't get to Baker Mayfield. And if Baker Mayfield has time, I think he could tear up that defense. But the pass rush, I think that's the biggest story in this game. Can the Buccaneers stop the pass rush of the Detroit Lions? And if they can, then I think you have a good chance of coming out of Detroit in this game with a win.
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
Right now, Baker Mayfield, fourth quarter, he's a fourth quarter killer, man. 4 comebacks in 6 games, right? I'm predicting another fourth quarter comeback in this Detroit Lion game. I have this because this is not now when I say hey, the Lions, I don't think they're as good as people think they are. Because again, I'm looking at their schedule. There's nothing there that really impressed me, nothing really convincing. It's just with the Buccaneers, I don't think this is going to be a game where the Buccaneers. Hey, listen, if the Buccaneers go into Detroit and steamroll the Lions, I'm going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be extremely happy. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to be, a 20-17 style game, 23-17 type of game. Maybe the Buccaneers kind of pull one out here. They need this win against Detroit because as we transition, I know you got to get out of here. As we transition into the state of the South, the Falcons got a pretty big victory against the Bills. Daniel, before I get you out of here, what's your take? We'll give you a little bit of a prediction on how you see the Buccaneers playing out. Do you think there's going to be, how can I say with this game, do you think that the Buccaneers are going to have a fourth quarter comeback like I just said, or do you think this is going to be you know what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to produce on the fly and try to ask you a question.
You're doing great, man. All these games, right? They've came down to the fourth quarter, and I think this game is not going to be any different. The Lions, they lost, their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. He's your co-host is he's their head coach now, right? They lost Aaron Glenn. Jamie. Named the
he's
name
in the back right now.
Yeah, Jamie. But they also lost their defensive coordinator, right? They lost their veteran star center as well. But none of these losses have made them, a bad team. I think they are a good team. I think they're not one of the teams I'm scared of in the NFC, but they still are a solid team. They're still they're a healthier team than the Buccaneers are, especially they're getting one of their starters back on the defensive line as well this week as well. But I think this is going to be a very close game. I think the Buccaneers come out with the victory. And one thing for me is I want to see, because this is a Monday Night Football game, So the Buccaneers won't start practicing until really tomorrow. So you have tomorrow, and then Saturday will be the final practice, and we'll see who's really out and who's really in, and all these kind of things. Who's questionable, who's doubtful, who's out. But I want to, like what I was talking about, the cornerbacks for the Lions, that's their weakness. And I don't know if I rush back Mike Evans this week. And next week you have the Saints. That's another game there, and then you have the bye week, right? I don't know if you rushed back Mike Evans yet. I just want to make sure that he doesn't, tweak that hamstring. Maybe Chris Godwin Jr., maybe he came back a little bit too early, right? So he's out again 2 weeks in a row with that fibula injury. I want these guys healthier towards the end of the season. So maybe you let him rest. Maybe he comes back at that Saints game, or you just let him rest again, right? And then he comes back after the bye. I know all Bucs fans want him back. I want him back. Make sure wants him back, right? But you just don't want to bring these guys back a little bit too early. He's always had a hamstring, injury history there, but that's gonna be something I'm looking out for this week. Does he practice? And if he does, do they feel like they want to put him out there, or do you want to just sit him and play him next week, or just wait till after the bye, right? Make sure he's fully 100%, so you don't have a Chris Godwin Jr. injury, because even Emeka Buka, he's out with a hamstring injury. He's gonna miss some time. I don't think as much time as Mike Evans is gonna miss with his, but that's going to be something that interests me. But I think it's going to be a close game. Baker Mayfield pulls it out again. Buccaneers will go 6-1, still be at the top of the NFC heading into that New Orleans Saints game, and then they'll go into the bye week. I think, they're sitting in a really good position also real quick too, because I have the Buccaneers going 5-1, and at the time, I'm like, I don't want to seem like a homer or anything. I like to be very objective. If somebody's doing good, like for example, Levante David, we talked about before, when he's doing good, I'm going to praise him. When he's not doing good, I'm going to call him out.
Another good game.
You got to be, he had a good game though. All right.
Yeah, another good game. Good stuff here by Mr. Daniel Morales. Daniel, as you can see, your image is right there. Let everybody know where they can find you. What do you got going on?
I appreciate you, Louie. Yeah, make sure you guys go also subscribe and like the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Louie, you always do great things here. But on X, you can follow me on X and Instagram at DanielM_TV. And then on YouTube also at Fear the Bay. I'm going to post a Detroit Lions versus Buccaneers game preview. It should come out that Friday night. And I do a full deep dive at it. I put out all that information there, so you should know everything about the offense, the defense, special teams, all those things there. You'll know every player that the Buccaneers are going to be facing this week. But yeah, thank you, Louie.
No problem. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications for Daniel of Fear the Bay. As always, buddy, I appreciate you coming on, and I can't wait until December, man. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Tampa Sports Expo.
Let's go. No problem. All right, guys, that's Daniel Morales leaving the building. Always good stuff from Daniel. Now we're gonna we're gonna move on to State of the South. I was actually on the podcast with these guys last night. Hold on, let me do a little bit of producing here. You know what? Jamie's here too. Should make him produce. Yeah, right. We'll be lost. No offense, Jamie. Sorry. All right, let's bring in the boys, man. Let's bring in the guys. We got Ralph from Damn YouTube Sports Talk, and then we got Jamie too. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna get you in here. There he is. What's up, Jamie? What's going on, buddy? Your PlayStation remote is not hooked up, right?
No, but you know what? It still defaults every time I load the website. I have to go in and change the setting again.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We had a good conversation, Daniel and myself, about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But before we get back to it, I gotta promote something here. The Tampa Sports Collectors Expo, guys. December 5th, 6th, and 7th, man. You guys got to come out. It's $5. $5 to get in. $5. You can't get anything for $5 anymore. Friday's guests are to be determined. I kind of have an idea of who they're going to be. I'm going to let DJ UPS, a.k.a. Jay Pringle, release that. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, X, and Instagram, also in Facebook. He does the releases, and once he releases the names, I also share them on the show. Saturday guests, Simeon Rice, Dante Culpepper, Kevin Kiermaier, BJ Upton, Carlos Pena. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Vince Papale too. Dude, that's an
White
incredible
Smith.
guest list. Holy cow!
Yeah, man. Like I said, you got to come down, dude. You got to come down.
I'm trying to. I got 2 trips in November, so there is a chance I can make it, but I gotta really be a good husband over the next few weeks.
That's right, buddy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we have a good lineup, man, and I'm excited to be doing this. So again, Daniel and myself had a good conversation about Baker Mayfield. Ralph, how you feeling, buddy? The Carolina Panthers. Let's jump on to state of the South here. The Carolina Panthers. How about the Carolina Panthers, the little brother of the divisions, coming on up?
Yeah, man, we at 500. I ain't seen 500 in a while now, especially this early in the season. So, especially over the Cowboys. It's always good to see the Cowboys lose.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. So, but I think that we kind of starting to get back to like Panther identity. For a while after David Tepper bought the team, we kind of went away from that. But our identity always been like the run game, good offensive line, and run the ball. Because we had, if you remember, we had D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart rush for 1,000 yards in the second season. So now we got a good problem on our hand. We got Rico Dow running the ball, and we got Chuba Hubbard coming back, and we drafted ETN this past draft, and last year we drafted Jonathan Brooks. So we got a loaded running back room with not enough, snaps for everybody to go around. So now we finally got a good problem to have on our hand.
And you have a legit defense. You truly do.
I
know we've been back and forth on this. They've been inconsistent, but I've been so excited to talk to you tonight. I've been thinking about this all week.
Yeah, man. Our defense is inconsistent, but we just lost one of our linebackers. He out for the season, Patrick Jones.
Oof.
So I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we can trade for at the deadline or before the deadline. I'm hoping we can call Miami and get Bradley Chubb. He plays the same position.
I wanted Bradley Chubb, yeah.
And he was in Denver with my defensive coordinator, Ejiro. They was there together. So he's familiar with the DC and the defense. And
that is an underrated factor. That is such an underrated. How many times in the NFL do we see guys who kind of have not their pick of any teams, but 5 or 6 teams they could go to?
Yeah.
They always end up back with the coordinator that they worked well under.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I think Bradley Chubb is like 28, something like that. So he got, I think, 2 more years left on his deal. So,
What do you think you got to give up for him? A third?
Well, I'm hoping not even that. Maybe a fourth, because let's be real. The Miami Dolphins ain't going nowhere. They need to go ahead and have a fire sale. So
they need to blow it all up.
They need to take what they can get.
Hey, Tua, I should have uploaded the video, but I was just like, I already got enough videos on here. Tua, not good, man. He basically, I wouldn't say throwing everybody under the bus, but it's just he sees it and he's just like this nobody.
I get why he said what he said. For those of you that haven't seen it, he basically said, we've been having these players only meetings, and if you didn't know this already, a players only meeting doesn't happen on a winning team.
No,
right? The Patriots didn't have players only meetings, right? The Chiefs don't have players only meetings. Players only meetings are when the players come together and they go, guys, we got to figure this out or we're all losing our jobs. None of us are getting extensions. Everyone's getting traded. So he came out and said, well, guys are showing up late to these meetings. Rumors are coming out that they're having 3 players only meetings a week, which is insane. And then did you see, I'm trying to remember who it was. There was a former player.
3.
What's that? Yeah, 3 a week.
They're having 3 players only meetings per week.
Or at least they've had at least 3 in 1 week already.
Hold on, guys. Real quickly, because YouTube was down for a little while, I believe. Now I'm seeing a huge spike in the audience and stuff like that. So YouTube must be up because they went back down for some reason. But to everybody listening on X, there's a shit ton of you guys. Excuse my language. There's a lot of you guys listening on X and a lot of you guys on Instagram. Come on over to the YouTube channel. We're up and running now. It wasn't just us. I noticed that there was like an outage apparently. Come on over. Like I said, make sure you guys smash that like button as well. Let us know in the comments. Feel free to come in, like I said, because we can't see your comments on X. I can see them on Instagram, but I'm not going back and forth. Yes. I don't want to stupid things happen.
Louie, we're losing you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you were robo voicing and your picture started to go out as well. We couldn't understand, or at least I couldn't understand what you were saying. Ralph, could you? Yeah.
Now, I couldn't, but you good now. I can see and hear you.
Oh, yeah, right. Perfect.
Yeah, it looks like you're getting little like decent spikes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about the situation in Miami. Tua putting his foot in his mouth. He basically said, "Well, guys are showing up late to this." Someone put up on X. I can't remember the player's name. It wasn't a player whose name I recognized, but he said, I was on the team with Tua for a little while, and the very first all players meeting he was late to, which is like, oh man, you don't want to get called out like that. That's not good.
Crazy. All right,
and he's come out since and apologized, but still, the damage is done. The locker room is gone. We already knew that their head coach had to go, right?
Right. Yeah. Another firestorm right there in New Orleans, man. They're in rebuild mode. There's no choice.
Dan just said.
Yeah, they're in rebuild mode, man. New Orleans is. They're competitive. I'm not gonna lie. At least they're staying competitive. But they're doing absolutely.
Who, the Saints?
Yeah, they're not getting blown out, man. They're not getting blown out. It's just
they playing teams like it's taking teams like 4 quarters to beat them.
Yeah.
But everybody's finishing the job just fine.
Right.
So they've got the Bears in Soldier Field this week, and they are bad enough that the Bears, your Chicago Bears, are 5.5-point favorites.
Oh wow!
That's
when
not.
When was the last time that happened, buddy?
Probably somewhere in the 2017 to 2019 range against a really bad team.
Wow. But what's crazy though? Who's sitting at the top of the division? I gotta gloat. I gotta stick my chest out. As Ralph knew on Monday, I stood my ground, man. I wasn't taking no nonsense, man. I had to bring facts, but I appreciate healthy debates like that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are dominating the South right now. Baker is fueling the charge, man. I want to play something for you guys because I've been saying this. Baker Mayfield, to me, in my opinion, is the toughest quarterback in the NFL. Hands down. If there's somebody else, guys, let me know. I'm going to play a couple of clips for those of you guys.
He's the toughest good quarterback, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. This dude's making some throws. Yeah, I want to play a couple of clips for you guys because we can go back to the case where, everybody's saying Baker Mayfield is the MVP this year. I say pump the brakes on that. He's the MVP. If the season ended today, you would say he's the MVP. He's playing lights out outside of Jordan Love. I don't know who's doing more with less. But let me play a couple of clips. Jamie, I'm kind of interested to hear what you have to say.
But he's not going to have a chance. Oh, yes, he is. He fights through the sack. Looking for first down yard. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Oh, that is pure Baker Mayfield. Absolutely.
The guy, I know we're kind of lagging here a little bit, are we?
The video was stuttering. Yeah, you're fine. Your connection seems fine. It's just the video was stuttering on play.
Nah, it sucks. That was I believe that was like a 3rd and 12. I think it was, and he just ran it for a first down. That's nothing new. I was going to say, the funny thing is, yes, it's insanely athletic. Yes, it's very hard. Yes, there are very few people on earth that can do that. And you see him do it, and you're just like, yeah, but that's Baker. That's what he does. Yeah, that's a Baker thing. And as far as the toughness goes, this dude is making throws, man. Here's another one for you.
Going for a big ball. Down the field. Got an open target. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taz Johnson has his first NFL touchdown and a magnificent flip to go with it.
It was a great throw, but totally overshadowed by how awesome that celebration was.
Yeah,
especially for your first ever NFL touchdown celebration to put out quality that high. He's not going to be able to top that. He might as well not catch any more touchdowns. That's the best celebration all year.
That's Tez Johnson from UNC.
Yep.
No, Oregon. Played with Bucky. That's Bucky's boy. Yeah, Bucky's boy, and that's Bo Nix's stepbrother.
Okay, because UNC had a receiver named Tez. I don't know where he went. He was like their number one. I don't know where he went, but I thought
no. He was a 7th round pick for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And there was another ball.
Did you see what Tez Johnson said after that play, by the way?
It's funny. It's funny, Jamie? I got you, buddy.
All right, play.
That explains it. But he is the MVP. The one he got the first down on, he said he blacked out, but that's just Baker. The pump fake get everybody. I'm just like, oh my God, he's a dog. I don't know what he put in his cereal before the game, but that guy on it every single week. Crazy. When I score, and I hear MVP chant. I'm thinking they talking about me. So I asked Shep. I'm like, Shep, they was chanting MVP? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't do nothing this year. And then he was like, they talking about Baker, Tez. And I was like,
That
That's what I was going to bring up. Yep.
dude,
So funny.
yeah,
Good for him to be honest about something that's maybe a little bit embarrassing.
right.
But
And-
again, those are the kinds of things when you're on a winning team, they don't bother you, right?
No,
Because everybody loves you because you're winning. Just like
Everybody's
Baker
having
said,
fun.
right? What did Baker say? I think it was before this game, right? He said, oh yeah, I'm a loudmouth, I'm a punk, and all this. But then when I'm winning, I'm brash and I'm brave and I'm bold because they switch the narrative on you when you win.
Yeah. Christopher Cole, we're gonna get to you in a second. I like that comment.
Now, if you can tell us which one it is.
That's true too. And then there was another one, and this is why I say Baker is one of the toughest because it's throughout the season, man. He's just proven to be one of the toughest quarterbacks. So, let's get to it here.
Blitz and 10. There was a blitz and a touchdown pass as Baker reacted to the on rusher and got rid of it in time.
So a lot of
so
people
much.
don't know what happened there, what transpired. So I got something else for everybody. Check this out.
Defenders.
On 2nd and 10, there was a blitz and a touchdown pass as Baker reacted to the on rusher and got rid of it in time. Hold on, there is a flag at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, how can you not? Like, this dude just got like his bell rung. No offense to Patrick Mahomes, but we've talked about this. Mahomes would be throwing his hands up in the air, complaining. We've seen it on Monday night.
Oh yeah, he was doing it on Monday.
Baker
sure.
just gets up and just starts like
It fires him up. He's excited.
crash. The word's still the word they use now. Crash out. He's just because that's when you get mad. I don't know. He just gets excited, and he gets in people's faces. And I like to see that from my quarterback, man. And that's the type of determination and drive you want in your quarterback. I have nothing against Mahomes. I don't, but I don't want I don't want a sissy for a quarterback. I don't want somebody that's complaining.
Is it the haircut? It's the broccoli hair. I can't get over it. No matter how good he is. I know he's first ballot Hall of Fame. That hair, oh my gosh, it looks like something happened.
The hair don't really bother me, Jamie, at all. It's just
what
the whole.
About? You talk about hair and uniforms nonstop.
Well, I mean, if he wants to be a broccoli head, he can be a broccoli head, but just stop complaining. You know what I'm saying? Every time a call doesn't go your way, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I
texted Dino during that game and I said, "Oh my God, I think they forgot to make their payment to the refs. They're actually calling this game correctly."
Yeah. It's that was
to bring that up when we get to the Bears Commanders game.
Oh, don't worry, buddy. I got something for you.
Did you? I don't suppose by any chance you uploaded that screenshot I sent you of that tweet that said Baker Mayfield like getting his clock clean, throwing a touchdoan, comes up chirping in the other guy's face. That you have it uploaded?
I do not have that uploaded.
Oh, okay. Because the guy finished it with he's a cornerback playing as quarterback, and I was like,
oh yeah,
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. He's got that cornerback style. Like, I don't care what happens. I'm going to be talking trash. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to make you punch me. I'm just going to be dogging you the whole game. And then, he does stuff like that. Like you point out, he gets his bell rung. It's a touchdown. He's not looking at the end zone. He's not going to celebrate with the other guys, which I don't mean that in a bad way. He's making sure the defense knows you can't touch me. You can't hurt me. Your best isn't good enough. Your fastest isn't fast enough.
And we had it.
Yeah, we had it. We handle it. It was easy, not a big deal, and we're going to do it over and over again. And that may not bother every player. That may not bother some people individually, but the morale effect that has on a team of like, man, I'm one of the best in the world at what I do. I got clean around the edge. I freaking crushed this guy. And the result was they put up 7 on us, or 8, I think, in that case. Did they get the 2-point conversion there?
No, they didn't get it. They didn't get it.
So they got, but either way, like the fact that you did the best you could and you did very, very well, and the result was they got a touchdown. That's crushing,
pretty good,
right?
Yeah.
imagine, you're in a fight and you punch someone with your best shot and you feel it and you're like, man, I went all the way through there. I threw through the hips. I
Yeah.
felt them shudder, all that. And they just look down at you and laugh, right? That's what he's doing to people. And that gets inside people's heads.
Yeah, man, he's no nonsense, dude. He's becoming I'm happy, dude. I'm happy to call him my quarterback. I wasn't too big on him at first coming in.
Remember, I was the bigger cheerleader when that first happened. That's when you were starting the podcast.
Who did I want? I wanted Sam Darnold.
You did want Sam Darnold, which
So
I remember telling you, you're crazy. He's terrible. He's never going to work out. So I was wrong about that. However, did you read? I sent you a very long article earlier today. I wasn't sure if you were going to have time to read the whole thing.
I started to, but then we got wicked busy at work.
So CBS Sports did like a deep dive on exactly how Baker ended up at this point with a really good breakdown, including like when he was getting traded and when he was getting signed, which teams were signing which other quarterbacks, how the league was moving around. Really, really well done, well-researched article.
Right.
And the point of it is basically something you and I talked about a year ago when we both realized that, wow, Baker really is the guy. He really is, kind of the future of the franchise. And, we talked about, man, the Browns are stupid. What if he'd stayed there, blah, blah, blah. And I think we both kind of settled on the idea that he wasn't going to get to this point if he didn't have the struggles that he had.
Right.
And so if things hadn't, worked out the way they did in Carolina, etc.
Yeah, right, buddy?
Sorry, I had to sneeze there. I managed to.
I'm like, yeah, you're right, buddy.
I just get so emotional talking about my boy Baker. There's so many commercials. Yeah. Oh man, I wish you fell off those commercials.
I was like, "Is this kid all right? Please don't." Tell me
No, I had to mute my mic so I could sneeze there. I would give anything for them to bring back those commercials where he's secretly living in the stadium. I just think those are the funniest commercials.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty funny. That actually, I couldn't stand them after a while listening to the commercials. I was just like, oh, come on, man.
Well, God, it was between every quarter of every game. No matter who you were watching, you were seeing Baker. And it was like, all right, listen, we love this guy. The commercial is funny, but calm down. You're making me hate your product because I'm seeing it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too much, and it's
oversaturation, it's called.
Yes. It was a lot. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm happy that he's the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because, like I said, he's doing a fantastic job of quarterbacking that team, in my opinion. He's doing very good. It's not an easy task to do what he's doing. It's not an easy task to take after Tom Brady, man. It's not. It's not. It wasn't. Like I said, I'm trying to find the right words. A lot of people thought this team was going to go into the Stone Ages. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people seem to think that the Buccaneers are done. It's over. They go back to the bottom of the division. And that was so far from the truth. It was so far from the truth. And who better than Baker Mayfield? It was kind of like the Buccaneers needed a new, how can I put it? They needed a new identity, and Baker Mayfield needed a fresh start. And he got that in Tampa Bay. And the rest is history, guys. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you really need is just a fresh start somewhere else, and that's what he did.
Yeah, I think y'all right now it's just clicking. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up what y'all got going because y'all just pretty much plugging and playing right now.
Yeah, it's plug and play.
Yeah, so
there's one very easy way to mess it up because there's one player keeping it all together with duct tape and super glue.
Yeah.
Right? You can't throw another quarterback into that system and expect it to work. I mean, he's doing the kind of things that I think at the end of the year, he'll probably tell you, I'm not even sure how I did all that.
Right.
It's just happening. Always making it happen.
It's just happening. Real quickly, guys, I wanted to do something here. Let's kind of let's move on to around the NFL clips of the week. I think Dino should be coming in any minute now. I said 8:50.
He called me to check what time he was supposed to get on tonight, so he does know.
All right. I hate to play some of these clips without him because I got some pretty good clips here.
Oh, boy, so he called me yesterday. It was supposed to be a work call, and I missed his call, and I was busy with the kids, and then I was putting my son down and all that, and I forgot to call him back. So he called me this morning. The first thing he said when I answered, he goes, "Did you dodge my call yesterday because you didn't want to talk trash after that game?"
We'll get to that game. Oh man, where is that clip of that game? I do have that clip.
I was gonna say I sent you the Swift clip.
Yeah, I know I have it. I gotta find it. I can find it. I'm just trying to see here because I'm trying to produce on the fly here as well.
We forgive you.
That's all right. Thank you. Speaking of clips, I got a clip right here. There was something that happened during the Buccaneers and 49ers game because we're on so this segment around the NFL, guys, Buck fans, we can only talk so much Bucks. I want to inform you guys. That's why we do State of the South. That's why I got Ralph on here. He's a Carolina Panthers fan. He's here to give us his insight through enemy lines, so we know what to expect, so we can beat them twice this year.
Real quick to interrupt your transition because I got interrupted early on. What I said I was so excited to talk to Ralph this week was because I made a connection and I realized something that via the transitive property that the Panthers are actually the best team in football. Because the Falcons came in and handled the Bills, right?
Oh, here we go.
Bills, who are a powerhouse. But the Falcons blanked them 30-0, destroyed them on both sides of the ball. And if the Falcons can handle the Bills like that, but then the Panthers can make the Falcons look like a JV team, that must mean that the Panthers are the best team of football, right? That's just math and science, I believe.
I wish I could say that. Man, I wish I could say that. But we got Buffalo, I think, in a couple weeks. So
yeah, well, my math will hold up until then.
There you go. Real quickly, I wanted to play this because it's a funny clip from the game. I mean, so we're gonna try something new here with around the NFL. We're gonna play some clips around the week. I told Jamie, I told Dino, Ralph too. If you want to send me some funny stuff, I can upload it to the show and we'll play it. And I did put in the description. I don't own the rights to any of these videos. We're just kind of borrowing them, for entertainment purposes only. So all credit is due to the NFL and the respective teams of the players and whoever it is that I'm showing. It's their stuff. We're just borrowing it real quick for pure entertainment. There was quite the mismatch between the Buccaneers and the 49ers. Quite the mismatch. It was a little bit of a scuffle. I don't know. You guys, Jamie, Ralph, you let me know what you think about this.
Get out of my face is basically what he's saying. Some pretty good stuff going on here.
Yeah, Trent's going to win that battle.
Yeah, most of the time.
But he's going
to. Yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know what Tyke's thinking there. What about you guys?
I mean, you love to see it. Scrappy, right?
I like it.
Styles make fights, but you can't be fighting 12 weight classes apart.
Wow.
Yeah, how Trent end up on the ground like that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, judo. He got his ass hip tossed, maybe. I don't know. Remember when Khalil Mack hip tossed
the one-handed hip toss?
Yeah, man, that was Tristan's rookie year, man. That was like, welcome to the NFL, kid. I see the viewership right now. Shout out to each one of you guys. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Damn You2 Sports Talk as well. I was on their show on Monday. That was fun, man. That show went from 0 to 60 quickly. Yeah. But it was good though. Like it was a healthy discussion. I don't agree with him with the whole Mahomes is better than Brady deal, but that's a discussion for another time.
We're not doing that tonight. Otherwise, we won't get to anything else.
Yeah, we've seen some of the throws we seen Pat make. We've seen Aaron Rodgers done made some of those throws.
Yeah, I mean, look,
but
everybody
just can't compare the two quarterbacks. I mean, it's stylistically totally different. Brady's a pure pocket passer, progressions guy. Mahomes is creative, makes things happen. They're both the best ever at what they've done.
Very
I agree. Like Gronkowski stunk. Hernandez, who? Randy Moss, terrible.
Aaron Hernandez, buddy. Jeez, I actually
I watched him last night.
What?
The horror movie? No, the new horror movie, Him. It's a football horror movie, and it's about like CTE. It's got Marlon Wayans and all this.
It's the Marlon Wayans movie.
Yeah, and a lot of it seems it's about quarterbacks, but there's definitely some Hernandez references in the movie. I won't go into too much. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. The movie's insane. Don't watch it near children.
Yeah. I was watching some old Patriot highlights with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If that would have worked out, if Hernandez never did it where he did, if that would have worked out, that would have been an insane. I mean, you're probably
Well, we
talking
can't
maybe.
pretend Welker was bad.
No, Welker wasn't bad. But I'm just saying, with early on in Brady's career, who did he really have? Deion Branch. Deion Branch
was
went off
pretty
to
good.
Seattle. Didn't do much over there. Went back to the Patriots. I think he got another title. He had David Givens. I mean, Troy Brown. Troy Brown was actually very underrated too. He played corner too. But I mean, when you look at Mahomes and Brady, I don't think there's a comparison there, in my opinion. That's
They're
just me.
different. They're just their games are different. Their teams are the times that they're playing in are different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he did nothing at Seattle. He had 725 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2006. More importantly, he had 40 first downs.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't work out, like, because he was Super Bowl MVP, and that tends to happen with a lot of these guys. Mario Manningham,
and he never got another
Jackson.
ring, by the way.
Yeah.
After, so he played from 2006 to 2012, Seattle, and then in 2010 went back to the Patriots. But yeah, literally every single year at Seattle, his yardage went down a little bit every year until his last year it went up like 25 yards. But his first year there, 998 yards, his first year 725 yards, and by his last year it was 437.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think with the pressure that Brady was under and the coach that he had, especially with Bill, not going out there really getting him help when he should have, passing up on receivers like AJ Brown, who is, I don't know, man. I think that's going to happen, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We got to get to these clips because we got to stick to the script, guys. So speaking of, fights in Tyke Smith and Trent Williams, there was another fight that happened this weekend. I think this was a pretty cool fight. Jamie, you would know better than I do because you get down to the root of everything. So let's roll the clip, boys.
And he gives Juju a shot.
Yeah. Let's start that from the beginning.
Pat on the back. Juju Smith-Schuster saw that. And then Branch and Juju continue to pass by, and he gives Juju a shot, who goes down. And that.
I mean, there was some trash talk, right?
Listen, I just want to say one thing about this. Stop hitting each other in the head when you have helmets on.
I know.
Like, as somebody who's done boxing and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, stop hitting each other. Like, one, you're going to break your hand. Two, you don't look tough. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to fight, go transition to hockey. They let you do that stuff over there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we all know, right? He got suspended for a game.
Yeah.
Right.
He appealed the suspension. He lost the appeal. Do you want to know who the hearing officer was from the NFLPA for his appeal?
Was it the former receiver?
Yes. Can you narrow it down? Get me to a team.
What's with Green Bay?
Yep.
What's his name? Jordy Nelson.
Yep. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine that. You going in to argue your case and Jordy Nelson is the hearing officer. Where's my lawyer? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, he deserves a 1-game suspension for that. That's because when things turn into those brawls like that, someone can get hurt, someone can get rolled over someone, and a non-football injury is the worst, right?
Well, what exactly transpired to all that? Because
so I think Juju was talking trash, and usually at that point in the game, you're not supposed to talk trash anymore, right? Yeah. You can see in there he's talking trash. He's got his arms out, his gums are flapping. He's letting him have it. And then when Branch walks up to him, Juju reaches like he's gonna give him a high five or shake his hand or whatever. I'm like, that's not, we're trying not to cuss tonight, but that's Butch made kind of thing to do. You're gonna talk trash like that and be like, no, it's cool. We're friends.
Female dog made. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So if I'm Branch, maybe I slap his hand out of the way. Maybe that's the better thing to do in that situation.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, although you're right, you should never punch someone with a helmet on. Juju looked like that hurt, man. Like his knees crumbled a little bit. Like he didn't. That wasn't him losing his balance. He looked like he took a shot. It took him a second to get back up. And what I loved was when he got back up and Branch was being dragged away. The way that he went after him was kind of like a two-handed grab / shove thing. I get the impression that Juju's like not a very good fighter from what I saw there.
Juju, I mean, come off like he's not really like that. He just do it.
No.
Certain people around.
Well, that's the problem though, is that you're gonna run your mouth like that. You got to be able to back it up a little. And like this is not a gentle sport. And also the position he plays, like you don't want to inspire people to be hitting you harder on the rare occasion where he catches the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of had a history of kind of being like, well, I wouldn't say that with
what do we always talk about with Tomlin? Tomlin keeps crazy dudes sane, and then when you send him somewhere else, and look, this Juju, I mean, he was in the wrong from the sense of like being a jerk, but he's not. I mean, it's football. People run their mouths. Right. Branch was 100% in the wrong for hitting him. Juju definitely won that exchange by getting him suspended for a game. Right. But that's stupid. I was watching that live when it happened, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
nosebleed. I mean,
you walking away like this? Still a beast, Juju. Whoever said that needs to be quiet.
Yeah.
Like he's never been a beast. I mean, he wasn't. A couple of good years.
He had 2 good years,
with the Steelers. I mean, come on.
Was it like post AB, pre Deontay Johnson?
Well, no. Well, it was during AB, and then AB left.
Right, but I'm saying when he got good was.
That was his best years in the NFL with AB.
Yeah, with AB. Speaking of AB and the Steelers and all that, Jamie, I sent you this on Sunday. Ralph, I don't know if you've seen this.
You slipped? Oh yeah, big divot. That looks like my pitching wedge.
Now, where was that game played?
This field has been chewed up. It's very sandy. The middle looks bald. They said they're replacing it. Haven't told us after this week.
Yeah, that's Pittsburgh. The middle looks bald. Yeah, that's definitely Pittsburgh, man. That's pretty funny, man. I mean, it's not, but it is. Man, I wish, like I said, I wish I had more time to get more clips up there because there was so much more. But a lot of interesting things happened around the NFL. This week, the Panthers getting a W. The Falcons, I will say the Falcons defense looks good. They do. They're coming on. They look good. The Falcons, the defense is really starting to come on. And I hope they get good because, like I said, I want the best competition possible for the Tampa Bay Bucks because I don't believe in going into the playoffs with a mediocre schedule. Like you take a look at the San Francisco 49ers, right? They have one of the easiest schedules in the league. You go up against good teams. I get it that they're banged up, but I always thought they were a little overrated, in my opinion. You're one and done in the playoffs. You need competition. You need to play teams, like the Lions, like the Eagles, like, you got to play. You want good teams in your division, man. That's how you get better, in my opinion. That's how, you get compliant and lazy, and I don't know. But real quickly, guys, I want to continue to promote this. I'm very excited to be doing this. The 5th, 6th, and 7th Tampa Sports Collectors Expo. Sports cards and memorabilia, Pokemon cards, you name it, it's there. Saturday, there's a list of Saturday's guests. $5, guys. $5. I'm actually looking forward to talking to Simeon Rice, talking to Dante Culpepper, and all these guys. I know a couple of other players that are going to be there too, but I'm not going to announce that just yet. I'll let TJ Ups do that. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot. I'm curious to talk to Dwight Smith too. I really want to talk to Dwight Smith. I want to talk to him about what was going through his head during that Super Bowl run with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those 2 interceptions that he had in the Super Bowl was really cool. I got to go back and I got to ask him, Jamie, I don't know if you know about this, Ralph. I don't know if you know about this, but he's actually been on record saying that the NFL is rigged. Anybody know about that? Jamie, you there? Did you fall off your chair? You're doing some research.
Yes, of course I am reading what he said about it.
Did he go into detail or he just made that statement?
Jamie's pretty quick at pulling up the stats. And
Yeah,
he's pretty
so
fast at reading. So
I'll
I'll let Jamie tell you because I
he's
watched the
saying
video.
in the Bucks Raiders, the key details around the conspiracy theory. One is called the game plan change theory. Callahan suddenly changed the Raiders offensive game plan just days before the Super Bowl. Jerry Rice and Tim Brown confirmed this detail, stating it was highly unusual and put the offense at a significant disadvantage. The Bucks defensive advantage they got from that, the adjustments he made played directly into the strengths of the Buccaneers defense. The rebuttal to this is lack of clear motive. One is that Callahan doing that in the NFL's biggest game has no logical incentive to intentionally lose. It's career suicide.
Yeah.
There's also no actual evidence. This is just him, including Rice doesn't present any evidence. He's just saying it seems that way to him. Versions of this conspiracy theory have been floating around forever. I think the first version of it was the NBA, right? And it got mainstreamed when Jordan left to play baseball for 2 years, and everybody believed that it was his gambling punishment. And I've seen that addressed in a lot of ways. And I think the most reasonable thing I've heard in response to that is, well, we all sort of knew he was gambling. Nobody cared. Like, he wasn't in trouble for it. Like, we certainly didn't want to lose our biggest star over that because it was pretty well known and nobody cared that much, right? There wasn't some big expose coming out. It wasn't going to tarnish the image of the NBA. He was famous for doing this. He would do like dollar bets with his security guards, like at halftime, and like he was just known to be a degenerate gambler, and everybody knew it. So it was sort of like, well, wait a minute, why are you treating it like it's a conspiracy and it's a secret? Everybody knew what he was doing,
right?
And when they first said that, I was like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah,
because certainly everybody in Chicago knew. Like, everyone knew that Pippen had some domestic violence problems, and that would occasionally leak out in the media. Everyone knew that Jordan was a degenerate gambler, right?
Yeah,
it was just known, and it wasn't a scandal. It wasn't going to hurt the NBA. So anyway, versions of that have kicked around in the NFL. I'm glad to see Dino here, because Dino will believe any conspiracy you throw at him with no evidence, and he will back it up hard. So,
I can tell you that my best friend Billy, his parents lived next door to Scotty.
Here we
Pippen in
go.
Fort Lauderdale.
Here we go. I called it.
I met him a couple times. He was nice.
Pippen, he seems like a nice guy. I wouldn't want to be married to him. I mean, he's been arrested.
Alonzo Mourning lived at the top of the street too.
Oh wow. Well, speaking of nice, I want to show you something, Dino. What do you think about this?
The blitz and a touchdown pass.
I think that's the wrong clip.
As Baker reacted to the on rusher and got rid of it in time.
What do you think about my boy doing that?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty classic Baker, right?
That's right. That's right.
I think
Jamie
the funniest one. I think the funniest one was the receiver Johnson catching the long touchdown and him hearing chants of MVP and thinking that they were talking about him.
Oh yeah, we covered that earlier.
Yeah, we
very funny.
covered that
Louie played the post game interview with him. It was very funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Louie, you got another clip in there?
I do. So Jamie wants me to play this clip for you, buddy. I mean, sorry.
We're doing around the NFL, so we got to cover stuff outside of the Bucks, you know.
Yeah. Actually, where did it go?
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'll find it. Just keep talking.
Boy.
Keep talking,
Hey,
sweet
Jamie,
nothings.
do you have the spreadsheet for the picks so that we can update live?
Yes,
nobody did their job.
In fact, I created a whole new folder on my desktop just for Frozen Pirate documents. I do have to insert columns now that Dino's here.
All right, guys. So the clip that
and it's Swift with a catch and still going. DeAndre Swift veers into the end zone.
You're not going to call him Swift if he's slow, right?
That's right. Go ahead, Ralph.
That was poor tackling, dude. Like, how do you not push him out of bounds, or how do you not actually stick him?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, like, the form of that tackle was correct, right? He wasn't going for the ball. He wasn't going for the shoulder check. He went for the wrap tackle. Swift is strong, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
That was a cornerback, right? That wasn't a linebacker.
No, that was a safety, Quan Martin.
Yeah.
So we were sharing some clips here, Dino. I wanted to get your input on this. How do you feel about this one?
The field. He slipped. Oh, yeah. Big did it. That looks like.
I don't know why. Just trying to laugh.
But we talked about earlier. This field has been chewed up. It's very sandy.
That's rough, man. You could really tear an ACL there. Who's in charge of that field? That's very, like, looking at it now, watching all that sand kick up. That's
crazy. I would not want to play on that.
So is that why Big Ben made the comment he made about Pitt don't need to share the same field as the Steelers?
Yeah, so that's I've been following some of this drama. But the funny thing is, what he's ignoring is that the Steelers don't own that stadium. They're leasing it. So is Pitt. So they're in the same position. They don't get to go in as the lessee and say, well, now we don't want you to have this other lessee on the field. You know, to avoid getting too legal about it, this will be a very complex contract that was back and forth for months, right? You don't get to go back in, and the phrase Dino and I've been using a lot lately because we've been doing a lot of contract stuff is retrading, right? Things already signed. It's already in use. There's going to be a number of covenants, et cetera. It doesn't matter. We're not going to get into all the legalese of it. The point is, you can say whatever you want. It's not changing the fact that they're leasing use of the stadium, same as Pitt.
All right. Well, real quick.
I mean, I'd rather play there than MetLife, right? So I think the two teams are going to have to collaboratively get together and change to real turf. I mean, to real grass. Like, that place is now literally taking people's careers, right?
Oh yeah, and they're supposedly gonna be playing the FIFA World Cup over there next year.
Yeah, but FIFA won't allow for turf. FIFA will have to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think that's what they're probably gonna do starting next year. But then again, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I've installed some of these turfs. Not a big fan of them. They actually try to replicate Raymond James Stadium. But you can't replicate it. I mean, you can't replicate that grass. It's either it's real or it's fake. And that, for some reason, at MetLife, man, that it's just bad. It's real bad.
Yeah.
Real quickly, guys, I want to let you guys know, please like and subscribe to the podcast. Hit the bell notification buttons. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to Damn YouTube Sports Talk. That's Ralph right up above me. A lot of good content. Stay Tuned Live was the show that I was on, right, on Monday?
Yeah.
That was fun, man. If you guys haven't, I'm going to post a link to that. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Good conversation we had. Got a little testy at times, but I like that, man. It's good to challenge each other. Jamie, you got to go check that out. I'll send you the link for you too, Dino. But yeah, make sure you guys smash that like button right now and feel free to comment. I know YouTube's kind of been up and down. There's been outages here and there. So like I said, it is what it is, unfortunately. A lot of viewers right now on X and Instagram. But yeah, it's all good, man. All right, let's get into something here. The NFL Power Rankings. Let me see if I can pull this up. I did have it over here, and Jamie, yes, I do have that fun little statistic that I believe that you want to talk about. We will get to that. NFL Power Rankings right now, as of right now in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby, number 1, Buffalo 2, Steelers 3. Indianapolis 4. You guys get the gist of it. Do you guys agree with this list, Ralph? We'll start off with you, and then we'll go to Dino, and then you, Jamie, and then
they have Steelers 3. That's not. That's just one Fox Sports writer. Oh, okay. It's not like an actual. It's just some dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
do you think about this list, Ralph?
I think the Steelers a bit too high. At 3.
That's the Halloween decorations going off in the background. They're motion censored because of the weather out here. The wife wanted me to bring them into the garage. So if you guys hear anything like howling and stuff, it's just these stupid decorations. They're not stupid. I swear. I love you, Aubrey.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Pittsburgh too high. I ain't gonna say a little bit too high. And after Monday night, I think Buffalo might be a little too high. I don't think Buffalo should be second.
Well, Jamie, you did call that. You did call that the Bills.
Yep.
They kind of have this slump here. So, but then again, I mean, I don't know, man. How do you lose to I mean, I don't know. Atlanta's defense looks pretty good. I'm not.
I think Atlanta coming off a bye, having a Monday night game. That in Atlanta, a Monday night game in Atlanta coming off a bye, I think that had a lot to do with it too. But I think if Buffalo had played Atlanta after Atlanta just played a game the previous week like Buffalo did, I think Buffalo would have beat them. But Atlanta coming off a bye on a Monday night in Atlanta.
I think the same thing about Bears Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the Eagles? You guys agree with the Eagles being number 10?
I don't agree with almost anything on this. Tampa Bay certainly is playing like the best team in the NFL right now. Whether they're actually the best team in the NFL, like I wouldn't argue at the moment that they're Super Bowl favorites.
No, it's too early. Like I said, a lot can happen. For me, the reason why I'm high on them right now.
3 is crazy. I mean, that's
it's just like Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't know. They're playing decent football. I wouldn't say they're playing great football.
Not for number 3.
Yeah, you got the Lions at 6. The Lions
Denver does not deserve to be at 8th. A lot of this is based off of vibes, right? This is how good I thought they would be this year, and they're not performing up to as good as I thought they would be. So this is what, like, Dino, what's the Commanders' record right now?
3-3.
Right? Should a 500 team be the 9th best? And they lost to the Bears, right? The Bears are not like a good football team. They're not a powerhouse. We may find out throughout the season that they're a little better than we thought they were.
Well, maybe you guys are starting to come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, but we're not at a point
so
where a loss.
Negative about the.
But listen, we're not at a point where you can consider a loss to the Bears. Oh, not that big of a deal. Like losing to the Bears, it means you're not doing great. Right. The Bears are not going to go in and beat the Buccaneers in that situation. They're not going to beat the Bills. They're not going to beat the Colts. We're going to go 0-2 to the Packers this year for sure. Like that. Yeah. And it's not, I think the Commanders are a good team.
I don't know, man. The Packers lost to the Browns.
When did this list come out? Did it come out
preseason? It looks like. No, I'm joking. Obviously, the Buccaneers. Do you want the actual power rankings, like the legit, the ESPN ones?
That's Bucky Brooks. According to Tom Brady, he's got Tampa at number 1. He's got Indianapolis at number 2. You can't really deny Indianapolis. I mean, Daniel Jones, I hate to say it, and Jamie, we talked about this. We talked about it with Leo.
He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it.
He probably won't be next year, but he's so good right now. Louie, if you look in the private chat and the studio chat, so go from comments to private chat, I put up the ESPN power rankings. These ones are more realistic.
Right.
So you had a chart. You think the Chargers should be on there?
Not right now. They're slipping so hard.
So they got Tampa at number 1. So we can all agree that Tampa right now is playing like the best team. It's between them and
I don't know if I put Philly at 5.
They got Detroit at 2.
It looks like they're
Buffalo at 3.
It seems like they're imploding internally too.
Maybe. I mean, but they're also 4-2.
I think Green Bay. I think what's really hurting them is that tie with Dallas. I mean, that's a game they should be sitting at 4-1. That's
and the loss to the Browns too. So
honestly, this is what I think. I think the Rams should not be sitting at 7. I think the Rams should be sitting at like maybe 3. The Rams are better
the Rams are better than anyone's giving them credit for. I also think the Bills are better than people are giving them credit for. I keep seeing all this doom and gloom stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't seen this since exactly this time last year when they lost 2 in a row.
Like the Seahawks,
they don't have a wide receiver 1. They're fake. They're blah blah blah, and then every year they end up doing great. So
well, they got the Seahawks too. I think the Seahawks are for real, man. They have a very good defense, man. Like I said, and I
think Tampa should be afraid of Atlanta, dude.
I'm not afraid of Atlanta.
What about the Patriots 4-2?
I think the Patriots should be ranked a little bit higher, man. They've had some convincing wins.
Patriots are in the lead in that division, right? It's their division to lose now.
Listen, since we're on the topic of this, the Patriots, the Bills, and that division, I've been calling for this for what better half 2 years now. This is the second year. I think right now, if you're the New England Patriots, you have to go get AJ Brown. You're sitting at the top of the division. You want to stay at the top of the division. And if you're the Buffalo Bills, you better make a phone call to the Eagles as well.
And
So,
I think the Eagles don't want to get rid of him,
they're
but
gonna have to though.
I think they're gonna have to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to because it's so. I said this on Monday's show with Ralph. I said the Eagles need to. This is like a breakup that needs to happen before you get the chick pregnant, and then you really regret your decision. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm looking for a trade partner. They can trade AJ Brown, and they will be fine because they have Devontae Smith, they have Goddard, they have Saquon Barkley. Those are 3 key pieces you still have. Maybe it's best.
You forgot Dotson, Jahan Dotson.
Yeah,
Man, I was going to do a Dotson joke.
So what I'm trying to say is, you can go part ways with AJ Brown, and you can go get a little bit of draft capital for him. I'm sure if you're the New England Patriots, I mean, let's put our GM caps on. I'll go first. If I'm the New England Patriots, knowing that the Eagles have somewhat depth at wide receiver, they have some playmakers, I think they can get it done. If you eliminate AJ Brown, maybe they get a little bit better. Maybe that distraction in the divided locker room is over. Now he's gone his way, the Eagles go their way. Maybe they save their season. You can call the Patriots and say, hey, look, if I'm the Patriots, I'm going to say, listen, I'll give you a first-round pick this year. I'll give you a third-round pick. And then, I don't know, maybe like a something else. I don't know. But if I'm the New England Patriots, you have to go get A.J. Brown. You put A.J. Brown on the New England Patriots, it's a win-win for everybody. The Eagles get rid of the issue in the locker room. They may get better. And the New England Patriots finally have a number 1 receiver for Drake May. And A.J. Brown's happy because he gets to play with Mike Vrabel again. He gets to go to the team that he grew up loving.
Hey, Louie,
2. Hold on.
I want to
And
interrupt
number
you.
3. Hold on.
I just
Hold
want
on.
to interrupt you for a
I'm going to finish right here. And number 3, he is what he wants to be in Philly. Now he is the number 1 guy. He's the guy that the offense goes off of. Get what I'm saying? He gets what he wants because it's not Stephon Diggs.
Look, I think it's not about winning and losing. It's not about crazy stats. He just wants a normal offense, and the Eagles aren't playing a normal offense. Like, he's throwing for less than 200 yards a game, dude.
Jamie, pull up
Anyways,
Jalen Hurts'
hold on.
stats.
But this is what I wanted to interrupt you with a second ago. Have you ever spent any time in Philadelphia?
It's not fun. I mean, it was fun for me going to the tattoo convention.
Like, people there are just angry at life. I think that transcends all the way through into their locker room.
Maybe. I mean, I used to go out there for tattoo conventions. I had fun, but it was only for a minimal time. I only went there for 2 days.
I remember when you would go when you and I were living together.
No, it's a city of brotherly piss. Everything there smells like urine. Like their subway, their streets, people are cracked out. Like, it sucks.
That's just Kensington. Credit to Philly, they keep it mostly in one neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, he's thrown for 195.3 yards per game, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. His quarterback rating is decent. He's at number 14. So it's, he's protecting the ball well, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. There's only a few actual full season starters with only 1 interception. I want to give the credit to Stan, who sent me this trivia. You got Jaden Daniels, you got Jalen Hurts, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Baker, obviously, and Spencer Rattler. Do you know who the one starting quarterback this year that has no interceptions? And he started all the way through. It's not because he's injured. It's not because he's missed a game.
Don't tell me it's Daniel Jones.
No, I was afraid that was it too.
Is it Spencer
No,
Rattler?
Rattler has 1. Rattler has 1. Good guess.
Who could that be? I don't know.
Oh, come on. It's so obvious. Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Oh, my God.
He's got to also be the only quarterback with negative 11 passing yards in a game.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you know who the completion percentage leader is? This shocked me.
On Monday night, Jaden Daniels was 75%.
Jaden Daniels is not
in the first half. His only incompletion was the interception.
Jaden Daniels is 27th in the NFL completion percentage.
Wow.
But remember, this is just incompletions, right? We've seen a
Right.
crazy amount of drops from the Commanders this year. No, so number one, and this is a guy that has 14 interceptions, only 2 picks, has 1,390 yards, 14 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1,390 yards passing. So this is a guy who's throwing the ball a lot.
Stafford.
No, Stafford has the most yards, I believe. Let me check. Stafford has the most yards at 1,684, but he's only a 66.5 completion. This is 75.9. I'll give you a hint. Daniel said that it's a team he's not that worried about in the NFC.
Jackson Dart.
No, good guess though.
The Lions?
Yep, Jared Goff.
Wow. Now what's this that you sent me
Do you
today?
think my prediction holds true?
Probably not. I think that the Lions do it, but okay. So I sent Louie this graphic earlier today. Turnover worthy throw percentage, right? And I don't know exactly how they put this stat together.
I don't even know how they get a lot of this stuff, man.
But it's interesting who they have in there, right? They have Geno, who's by far thrown the most picks. I think he's thrown 10 interceptions already.
Oh wow.
Through 6 weeks. I mean, that's crazy, right? He's averaging almost 2 picks a game for a guy that was very, very good the last couple of years.
Jameis like. Wow.
But then you also have Sam Darnold, who's having a great year. You have Aaron Rodgers, who's doing quite well. You have Michael Penix, who started slow but is playing well now. You have Daniel Jones, who's having the year of his life. Josh Allen not doing as well as maybe we might expect. You got Mahomes on there. Like, so what's interesting, the reason I sent you this is, you look at number one, Geno Smith. He's got 10 interceptions. How many interceptions has Caleb thrown this year?
How many interceptions has Caleb thrown this year? What is I don't know.
Two. Oh
wow.
Right? Josh Allen has thrown 4. I think Daniel Jones has also thrown 2. Tua's got a bunch. He's got 6 or 8.
He can't remember the first one.
That's fine.
He can't remember the one. He forgot he threw it while the ball is still in the air. So this is such an interesting stat, right? And this really made me think about how they're generating this number. Is it that it's just into tight coverage? Because the thing about Caleb, as we saw against the Commanders, is even on the run, he throws the ball hard. So if it's in tight coverage, as long as it's where his receivers' hands can get to it, guys aren't having time to react, right? So even though he has the second highest turnover worthy throw percentage, he's only thrown 2 picks. He's got 9 touchdowns and 2 picks. That's a great ratio, right? 4 to 1, 4.5 to 1. And you look at some of those guys on there and it's like, okay, you've got some Hall of Famers on there, right? At least 2, maybe 3. You've got Penix, who's a great pure passer. You've got Daniel Jones, who's having the year of his life. But then you've got other guys who are falling apart, right? Tua, Geno, CJ Stroud-ish. Also, I saw another thing that made me think of a conversation you and I had like 2 years ago, Louie, when you were souring on Anthony Richardson, and we had the argument of CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson.
Right,
no, we were both wrong, because the answer to CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson is apparently neither.
Yeah. I mean, I never really thought Anthony Richardson should have been drafted that high. I would say 5th round pick.
No, but boy, his first year, other than the injury.
Mediocre rise, buddy.
I would say he just needs to go to a better team, but you had a quarterback leave one of the worst teams and go there and is flourishing. So I'm starting to
that makes him look very bad.
Right.
Yeah. Well, also,
you know what I'm saying, like,
got beat out.
It's like you get Darnold out of the Jets and you put him in Minnesota and he's beasting, right? You get
but Darnold played at a bunch of places and was terrible there. He was at the Panthers. He was terrible. He was briefly at the 49ers, I think, as a backup.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
Anyway, real quickly, just to finish with the Richardson thing, because this is something I told Louie after I read this. I was like, oh, man, we got a lot to talk about this week. Richardson, they confirmed before the game, was going to be 3rd string quarterback. And then what happened to him in pregame warmups?
Oh, he tore his knee.
No. He shattered his orbital.
Orbital, yeah, that's right. Orbital is the bone above your eye.
It's around exactly. Yeah. Louie and I both boxed. We know that bone well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. better protect it, bud.
How?
Yeah.
Like, how did he even do it?
I have an answer.
Yeah.
Hands up.
It was a resistance band. It
Really?
That's
snapped,
right.
hit
They
him
talked
so
about that.
hard it broke the bone in his face.
Oh my
And
God.
Louie knows this. You got to hit that bone pretty hard to break
Oh
it.
yeah,
Like the
to
human
break
face
that.
is designed to take
And
shots.
that's a tough one too, because that's dangerous too, because that can stab. Like that's not
I
nothing
mean,
to play around with.
if that hit him in the right place to break his orbital, that means it was half to a quarter an inch away from him losing that eye forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
agree.
that professional wrestler, the Undertaker, he talked about that because he's talked about like a lot of injuries that he had in the ring, and he said one of the worst injuries he's ever had, and it was something that was lingering. He didn't even know. He broke his orbital bone, and he continued on with the match. Didn't think anything of it. Woke up the next day, said he had a pounding headache, and then finally, after a couple of days, he went to go have it looked at the doctor. He's like, in the 90s, you just rented a car, you just went from show to show to show, and you just did it. He's a tough son of a gun. I mean, but he went to go see the doctor, and the doctor, he went to the urgent care, and the doctor's like, your orbital bone is broken, and it's like a CUNT here from like cutting your eye out. And he's like, no, I didn't know that. And then they winded up fixing it. But that's a scary injury, man. That's tough. It's no joke. That's scary.
I mean, what injury hasn't Anthony Richardson had? I mean, he been.
Yeah, that's true. How many bones is
different injury every time he get injured is something different.
It's nuts. All right. Let's move on to week 7 prediction picks. Who do you got? It was an interesting last week 6. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to go over week 6. I mean, I feel like we kind of already did that. As far as I didn't get a chance, I have the paper in front of me of who picked who. I know I didn't do very well.
Bring up the spreadsheet that I emailed you.
Yeah, so week 6. Well, we all picked Philly. We all got destroyed.
Yep.
Week 2, me and Ralph picked Denver, or picked 2. Me and Ralph picked Denver. Louie picked the Jets. We were right with Denver. We all picked the Rams and we're correct. We all picked Dallas except for Ralph, who wisely picked the Panthers.
Yeah.
Good for you, bud. Good for you, man. You knew something.
Me and Ralph picked Indy and we're right. Louie picked Arizona and was wrong. I picked Seattle. You guys both picked Jacksonville. I was right. You were both wrong. We all picked Chargers and we're all right. We all picked Pittsburgh and we're all right. We all picked the Patriots and we're all correct. I took the Raiders. You guys both took the Titans. I was the only one that was right there. We all took Tampa Bay and we're correct. We all took the Packers and we're correct. We all took Detroit and we're embarrassingly wrong. We all took Buffalo. We're embarrassingly wrong. And we all took the Bears and we're all right. So it's a pretty good week for everyone other than Louie.
Oh yeah, I did terrible. So I'm looking at the
your Jets upset pick.
Yeah,
didn't pan out.
Negative 11 yards.
Your Cardinals upset pick did not pan out.
So that's my win percentage there, huh? Wow. Holy crap.
Don't hurt
46%.
Don't hurt his ego too much, Dino. He's got a lot of pride in that he gets his upset picks right, even though I point out every week he's almost always wrong.
Jamie was 73%. All right, you know what? This week
7.
I'm going to redeem myself. I am going to redeem myself.
I sure doubt it. In fact, one of my predictions is that you're not going to redeem yourself.
Look at that. And I got an upset alert button. Check that out.
Upset alert.
All right, so we are looking tomorrow night, Steelers at Bengals. I am
Geriatric Bowl. I'm going to take the Steelers.
Hold on, boys. Hold on.
I'm writing the list down, Lou. I'll send it to
you.
All
right. Are you serious? Oh, nice.
Yeah. I wasn't joking when I said I already have the spreadsheet up and ready to go.
Nice.
You were making fun of me for not being ready, even though I was telling you I was ready. All right, Ralph, who you got? Steelers at Bengals.
Steelers at the Bengals. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I think Jamar Chase gonna have a big game. Typically, he do have big games on Thursday night, but I don't think Cincinnati gonna do much, even though they're at home. Give me Pittsburgh.
All right, Louie with his first upset pick of the week.
Get back to me. I got to think about this a little bit.
Oh boy. All right, we got a 9:30 a.m. Europe game. Is this Germany? This one, the Rams Jags.
London.
Well, oh, wait, they're not supposed to get good games. Controversial. They usually get the worst games. All right, I am obviously taking the Rams. Dino is
Taking the Rams.
also taking the Rams.
I'm gonna
Ralph.
take the Rams. And to real quick to answer your question between the Steelers and the Bengals, I'm gonna be on the upset alert with this one. I think the Bengals are gonna win this game. There you go. There's my upset pick of the week.
Sir Ralph.
I'm going LA Rams.
All right, we got our first unanimous pick.
Stan's got the Bengals too. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Stan made another prediction recently. I can't remember what it was. I have to check. All right, Saints at Bears. I'm taking Bears.
I'm gonna take the Bears. That would
weird
have been a cool upset pick.
Bears, and it's not an upset pick.
The
thing is, it's not a true upset pick because anytime the Bears lose, it's probably what was going to happen. Dino, you said Bears as well.
Yep.
Ralph, does Spencer have you rattled? What are you choosing?
Nah,
I like that one. The Spencer.
He ain't got me rattled. I'm going Chicago.
I wouldn't doubt. Hear me out. We're in the last week of trades possible, right?
Yep.
If New Orleans probably needs to trade Kamara for a draft pick.
Oh yeah.
And get into full rebuild. I wouldn't be surprised to watch him move.
But as Louie and I have been talking about on this show for years, they never do what they're supposed to do. And the team will never get better because they keep making poor decisions. All right. Dolphins at Browns, the battle of the 1 and 5s. I'm taking the Brown Undies.
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
Dolphins at the Browns.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna go with the home. I'm gonna go with the home team.
The Browns.
Browns.
When the Browns play the Dolphins, America loses.
I'm gonna go for that.
That's messed up.
We got Raiders at Chefs. Is that your girl in the background being all noisy? Who's that? Probably Dino. It's always Dino.
Yeah.
Tell Rachel I said quiet down. I'm sure that'll work.
They've got a Bible study going on, a youth group Bible study.
Well, time for some quiet contemplation of the Lord, okay? Raiders at Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I would like to take the Raiders for an upset pick because it is a divisional game, and these divisional games are tough, man. But the way Geno Smith's been playing, I'm going to take the Chiefs here.
Chiefs.
Ralph, what do you got?
Yeah, I want to go Raiders because the Raiders do typically play Kansas City close, regardless of how bad they is. But I'm gonna go Kansas City. I think they get Rashee Rice back.
All right. Yeah, I mean, look, the Chiefs are on the ascendant right now. They look like they're ready to ramp up into a real Chiefs mode. All right, this one I think people are going to disagree with me a little bit on. Eagles at the Vikings. I'm taking the Eagles in a get-right game.
Ooh, this is a tricky one. Ralph, I'll let you go first, man. I mean, this is a tricky one. I'll let you go first, bud.
You said Eagles at the Vikings?
Yes.
Oh. I'm gonna
The
take
Eagles have lost 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Minnesota at home.
Ooh.
Me too.
I'm taking Minnesota at home.
Let that be 3 losses in a row for the Eagles and let the implosion begin.
I'm gonna have to follow the herd here. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
All right, we got Panthers at Jets. This is an easy one. Louie, go ahead and fire it up for the upset alert here. I've got your New York Jets to win their first game of the season at home.
Hey,
Upset alert.
If the Eagles implode, is Sirianni out?
No.
No, not after winning the Super Bowl last year. No, that can't.
No.
Doug Peterson won the
Yeah,
Super
but they're
Bowl,
they're
had a
two
bad
different
year,
coaches.
and he was out.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're two different coaches, but I mean, very identical. I mean, So what that what's funny you say that, Dino? That's a good point because now why did he lose his job? Because he lost the locker room more than once. That's a good point.
What I'm
All right,
saying.
Louie, we got Panthers at Jets. Panthers at Jets.
It's got to be the Panthers. I mean, like I said, I would have took the Jets, but I mean, the Panthers are playing pretty damn good football right now. Where is it? It's in New York, right?
Yeah,
No, it's in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers.
You
Ralph.
have to be stupid not to take the Panthers. But this is their trap game, right? Where they're
This is such a trap
game.
They're playing the worst team in the NFL, and you lose, right?
They can't be the worst team in the NFL. Their quarterback hasn't thrown a single pick.
You're taking the Jets?
No, I'm taking Carolina.
Oh, I thought we had an upset alert there. All right.
Jets.
So,
all right, we got Pats at Titans. I'm taking the Pats here.
I'm going to take the Patriots here. I think A.J. Brown's future home.
I'm going to take the Pats.
Ralph?
You said the Patriots and the Titans? Yeah, give me New England. Tennessee just fired their coach. So this ain't gonna be the year that
they didn't name their defensive coordinator or their offensive coordinator, the head coach. They named the offensive assistant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look for them to be sellers at the deadline too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Next game is gonna be interesting.
I can't disagree with that.
All right, we've got the Giants in Denver.
Upset alert.
Fired up. I asked Louie, he didn't have time because I sent it to him right as the podcast was about to start, but I sent him the clip from the old Pace Salsa commercial. Since I'm taking the Jets and the Giants to win an upset, I wanted him to play the audio where all the Cowboys stand up at once and go, New York City.
Yeah, New York City. You're taking the Giants. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Denver Broncos here. Ralph, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Denver at home. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. For some reason, Denver, they just not really clicking on offense. You know what I mean? The defenses was really kind of holding them in there. So I'm gonna take Denver at home.
I'm gonna take Denver, and I think this is Jackson Dart's reality game where he's going to get hit hard and often, and it's not just a 30-yard scamper up the middle to score touchdowns.
No.
Yeah. Next game is going to be pretty interesting.
Got Colts at Chargers. I'm taking Indy to continue. I think they're serious. I think the Chargers have been exposed a little bit. Interestingly, Colts at Chargers. Not a single person on this podcast would have guessed that this game at Chargers would only be a 1.5 point favorite to LA.
That's wild. And the LA Chargers are wearing their throwback uniforms.
They look really cool. They look really
nice.
cool. It makes me want to drive an IROC Z to get a Doritos logo at Taco Bell.
Did the Chargers win last week?
Nope.
So
I'm taking
that's
my upset right there. I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Colts are going to finally I think the Colts are going to take a serious loss here for once. And I think the Chargers are going to redeem themselves because I think they're better than what they've played the last couple of weeks. So I think Justin Herbert has himself I think it's going to be a good old-fashioned shootout, to be honest with you. But I think the Chargers are going to get the better of the Colts.
All right, Ralph?
I'm going I'm going to go Indy.
Ooh.
Welcome to the
Yeah, I'm going to go Indy.
History.
I'm not Kansas City, but I think the Chargers until they get they running back situation because they banged up in the backfield. So until they get that scored away, I think it's just gonna be mainly heavy pass. So once they get a running back, which they may be a team at the deadline, they go and get an Alvin Kamara or
that's a good fit for him. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's a good fit for him.
So until they get that situated, I think this is the offense is gonna be too pass heavy. So I'm gonna go in. Like you said, this might be a shootout.
You know what we'll do too after we're done with the weekly picks? Let's transition into after the weekly picks. NFL trade rumors. We can talk about that.
Okay.
Because I got an idea.
We got
for Al.
Packers at Cardinals. I got Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, I got the Packers here.
Yeah, Green Bay. Give me GB.
All right. We got Commanders at Cowboys. I'm taking Commanders. I think they're looking to get some revenge. I think while Dak Prescott is quite good, and I predict St. Ristel to give up way too many long passes, I just think eventually the Commanders lock it down.
Who's gonna stop Pickens? I'm gonna take the Commanders, but I don't know who is gonna stop Pickens. How about this on the Sports Junkies this morning? The over on this is like 57.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, it's humongous, dude.
But who would you rather have in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Cowboys haven't been able to stop the run, stop the pass, and they haven't been able to run the ball. I'm gonna take the Commanders, but.
So Scary Terry is back this week.
Well, he practiced today.
No, he's back. They
Is CD back?
CD is not back, I think.
And they put. Did you see that they put Noah Brown on injured reserve? So they didn't like he was injured for 4 weeks, and then today they put him on injured reserve.
My controversial take is that Luke McCaffrey is gonna get over 70 yards and a touchdown.
He's had 3 in 5 games.
But I don't mean a return touchdown.
Yeah.
He's had 3 in his career, and 2 were receiving. One was a return, I think, right?
No, this year he's had 3 touchdowns.
I have him on my fantasy team. I should really know this. Ralph, who you got?
I'm going Washington. Yeah, Dallas can't stop nobody. So
yeah, I'm taking Commanders too.
All right, you got Hot Atlanta at the 49 IRs.
So this is 49 IRs. That's a good one. I like that.
That's not my joke. That's been kicking around.
So this is going to be an interesting game because Christian McCaffrey, I'm looking at the stats. Christian McCaffrey is the 49ers offense right now. He has 336 rushing yards. He also has 444 receiving yards, leads the team in both rushing and receiving.
I mean, 800 yards of offense in the first 6 weeks. That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what he does when he's healthy. Just real quick, the funniest thing that I saw, which I sent to Dino about the Bears-Commanders game, was Deebo Samuel's so used to watching Jake Moody cause the 49ers to lose. Or cause his team to lose.
That was another thing that was kicked around this morning on the Junkies. We're like, Moody, who won the game for Chicago, was beat up by Deebo after missing 3 consecutive field goals last year.
Remember that game wouldn't have been in that position if he hadn't tried to kick a field goal at like a 15-degree angle. I mean, he tried to kick it under the center's legs. Right. All right, I got Atlanta here.
I got Atlanta. The injury report.
They're looking good. The 49ers are so hurt. They're saying Purdy's back. I honestly think they have a better chance of Mac Jones.
I'm going to take the 49ers. That's my upside.
Wow.
I mean, I will say this. The 49ers for the last 3 years win games with 12 starters on the IR. They do it every year. They do it with their first 3 strings of running backs on the IR, and they just find ways to do it.
Wow.
All right. So we got 2 Falcons and a 49ers from Dino. Ralph, what are we thinking?
I'm gonna go San Francisco. Like you said, I think San Francisco find ways to win games even when they injured.
I think they're pissed off last week. I mean, also Fred Warner hurt. That defense goes through that dude, right? So
yeah. They were still
they've got Bosa out for the season. They've got Warner out for the season, who, thank God, Louie, you didn't play that clip.
Yeah,
that
they still was playing tough after he got injured. And left.
Yeah, but I mean, look, they wouldn't have been in the position they were in if he'd been hurt the whole game, right? That guy is first ballot Hall of Fame, best linebacker of our era, right? So now they've lost one of the best pass rushers in the NFL for the season, the best linebacker in the NFL for the season. You know,
Shanahan coaching.
They also have Shanahan coaching them.
Yeah. Against team, Atlanta. So
Yep. All right, so we got Buccaneers at Lions. I have the Lions to win this game, but I have Buccaneers to cover the 4.5-point spread. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. I'm obviously rooting for the Buccaneers, both as a guy who does this podcast, a friend of Louie's, and more importantly, a Bears fan. I just get the feeling the Lions are going to pull it out, and I'm going to hate them for it, but I think they're going to pull it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tampa Bay's got a lot of injuries, and this is their first real opponent that pushes them to the edge, and I think they lose by a field goal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, is anywhere in the 1 to 3 point range.
Good, Ralph.
Hey, hold on. I want to go back to the Bears game for a second.
No. You wait until the end. Wait until the end.
Yeah, let's do it after. Let's do it after. We're almost at the end of predictions. All right, Louie, who you got? You got Tampa Bay?
I'll let Ralph go first.
Give me Detroit. I think this the game where the wide receivers being injured for Tampa is going to come back to hurt them. I don't think it's going to be a large margin of a win by Detroit, but I think they may win by like 3-6 points, something like that.
You had me at large marge. I think, remember that Branch is hurt, or sorry, Branch is suspended.
Suspended.
Is Jamison Williams going to be covered by Jamel Dean?
Who is the best corner in the league right now, statistically?
That's Tyreek Stevenson by coverage. I just checked that stat this afternoon, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, highest successful coverage rate by a cornerback is Tyreek Stevenson. The guy who lost us the Commanders-Bears game last year with his antics. Jamel Dean is a beast. I mean, once you throw interceptions in and you do these DVOA, blah, 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 and all that stuff, and EPS.
Playing very well.
Oh, he's phenomenal. So is he covering Jamison Williams then?
I believe so. I mean, I have to take a look at the injury report because it just
who's
seems
covering.
Like
do you know who's covering Amon-Ra?
Depending on who returns. So if it's going to be, so look, the Buccaneers are they have some really good depth there at corner. I mean, I know Zion McCollum didn't practice, I believe. I know they're banged up at the corner position, so I don't really know you won't really know until maybe Friday or Saturday. If Zion is back with Jamel Dean, it's probably going to be Zion McCollum on Amon-Ra St. Brown, who McCollum has played very, very well. But Jacob Parrish is very good.
Who's your nickel? Because traditionally you're going to want your nickel. Okay, traditionally you're going to want your nickel.
That's going to be a good matchup
because he plays a lot of slot style. Yeah. Jamison Williams is your field stretcher, so it's all going to be about can they handle the handoff to Antoine Winfield. From a football intellect perspective, there's no one I'd rather have doing this than Antoine Winfield. But Jamison Williams is kind of getting to that point. He did nothing for the first 4 weeks, but now they send him out deep. Everyone knows he's such a threat, and that opens up the middle of the field. That stretches zone a little bit, and they go to Amon-Ra, and they go to Amon-Ra, and they go to Amon-Ra, and it's just 14 yards, 18 yards over and over and over again until finally people start cheating, running a sort of mid-cover 4. And then
Hawkinson's or Laporta,
and then
Laporta just takes them out.
Well, Laporta's kind of been doing it all game. But then what happens is in the third quarter, all of a sudden, they haven't thrown it to Jamison Williams once. Someone gets a little bit lazy, decides to cheat underneath because they want to get to Amon-Ra this time. And then Goff, with his highest completion percentage in the NFL, sees Jamison. And the problem is you miss once with him, and it's either a 65-yard reception or it's a touchdown. It's game breaking, right? He's just too fast. And he's one of those guys, when he gets open, he's just all the way open.
So Louie, you're the only person who hasn't taken this pick.
All right. So looking at the Detroit Lions and what they've done thus far this season, your first game was against the Green Bay Packers. You lost 27-13. Green Bay's a good team. You put belt to butt against the Bears, 52-21. At the time, Bears not so good. You beat a mediocre Ravens team. They lost Lamar 38-30. You beat up on the Browns 34-10, and you beat up on the Bengals 37-24. You lost to the Chiefs 30-17. Now you're playing on primetime against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, We all know the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on primetime. In Detroit, I'm not afraid of the Detroit Lions, and I don't think Baker Mayfield's afraid of the Detroit Lions because we've been in Detroit at the loudest it could possibly be, and we
I don't
beat
think
them.
Baker Mayfield's afraid of anybody.
No, and you know,
defenders.
But you also won by 2
Second and
points.
10. There was a
want to show Gino that.
and a touchdown pass.
This is why, right here. This is why we'll beat Detroit.
Job of moving defenders.
On
All
second
right,
and 10,
so
there was
last
a
game. All right, we've watched all these three
and a
times.
touchdown pass.
All right,
As
the last
Baker
game
reacted to the
at
on-rusher
Seattle.
and got rid of it in time.
So to answer your question, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think Todd Bowles is going to come with a very good game plan to defend Jared Goff. I think I'm thinking 23-17 Tampa. I again, this is going to be a physical game. It's not going to be an easy game. But I mean, everybody's counting out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They still have more to prove. Baker still has more to
I
prove.
don't think anyone's counting them out.
Yeah, everybody
literally looked at 2 different power rankings that have them as the best team in the NFL.
So 23-17. So you guys are going to score 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough. Baker has no wide receivers to throw the football to. He's got to get it done with Rashad White. You got to get, depending on what happens with Bucky. I don't think Bucky's coming back this week. I don't know what the status is of Mike Evans.
I don't think this is the game you bring him back for, even if he could come back.
Yeah,
I think you're 5-1 right now. You're looking at how you do in the playoffs. You're not risking him aggravating an injury, right?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, the 1,000 yards, but I think he would want a Super Bowl. It'd be nice to break Jerry Rice's record, but in all reality, we know he's in the Hall of Fame. We know he's a first ballot Hall of Fame.
He can also still get 1,000 yards without playing this week, right? How many yards does he have so far this season?
I think he has 140 something yards right now.
So he needs 850 yards out of 10 more games if he doesn't play this week.
That's possible for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's the kind of guy that occasionally has 150, 170 yard game. So
look, this is not the game you bring back, Mike. You got to continue to ride on these guys. I don't know what the deal is with Emeka Ibuka yet. It's looking like he's going to miss multiple weeks. So I would save him for the New Orleans Saints next Sunday, not this Sunday coming up. And then you got the Patriots. Then you got the Bills. This is when the schedule starts to ramp up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So the Buccaneers need to win this game. They know that. They got the Saints, they got the Patriots, and then November 16th, they got Buffalo. And then right after Buffalo, it's Thursday night, I believe, against the Rams at 8:20 in LA. I like our chances there because LA doesn't really turn out for those teams. And you got the Cardinals, Saints, and then Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, and Panthers.
We are doing predictions.
All
right.
Well, I'm breaking it down.
I know, but we've talked a lot about the Bucks. We're comfortable with our Bucks knowledge.
Well, I don't know.
We are doing around the NFL.
This is a Bucks show. So
around the NFL, I think it's about the whole NFL.
Well, around the NFL is a 1 hour segment.
We got Texans at Seattle. I'm taking Seattle. Weirdly, Seattle only 3.5 point favorites at home.
I'm gonna take the.
That's it.
I'm gonna take Seattle. Seattle is a very good defense.
Ralph, who you got?
I'm going Seattle, 12 man.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
No. We still have one other thing to do. Most and least expensive game this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Most and least expensive game.
By the way, the Europe game, not a factor in either.
I would say, I don't know. This is tough. Who is the most expensive game this year? I don't know, Dino. You can go ahead first.
I think the cheapest game is going to be Miami Cleveland.
Maybe not. It's Miami. Is it Miami or Cleveland?
Is it Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
Although remember, Cleveland was in. Oh no, it was the Bengals that were in the most expensive one 2 weeks ago. Dino, you're not far off, but you are wrong.
Okay, and the most expensive, I am going to give to
a lot of viewers. Wow.
Maybe the Denver game.
All right. Louie, who you got?
Let's see. I'd like to say, I want to say Detroit and Tampa because there's a primetime game with both teams are doing very well. Hate to be biased like that. I mean, I'll say Detroit and Tampa.
Okay, for that's from most expensive. How about least expensive?
Least expensive would have to be the Chargers game. No. I take that back because it's in LA. Least expensive would have to be
The Tennessee game.
I no, because Nashville's expensive. No matter what. I don't know. That's tough because
Plus, that's Pat's Titans. It's Vrabel coming home. Blah blah
yeah,
blah.
that's
Yeah, but Tennessee's won one game.
They ass.
They
All right,
ass. I
Lou,
don't
who
know.
you got? Because we got to get to Ralph next.
I want to say the cheapest game is going to be the Jets and the Panthers.
All right, Ralph, most and least expensive.
Most expensive, I'm gonna say is it the Raiders and the Chiefs? Least expensive, Jets, Panthers.
All right, so the only one who got anything right was Dino. Giants at Broncos is the most expensive. Ticket starting at $238.
Wow.
Nobody came close with the second most expensive, Saints at Bears, starting at $236.
Wow. That's insane.
Now, the least expensive is Commanders at Cowboys. However, I'm not counting that because that's an artifact of the Jerry Jones standing room only seats.
Yeah, that are $25.
I did pull up tickets, and you can still get real tickets for very cheap, a lot cheaper than most other games in the NFL. You can get real tickets for under $90, which is wild.
Wow.
So the actual cheapest, you guys always forget this one. Packers at Cardinals. Nobody in Arizona cares about the Cardinals. $23.99.
Wow.
They're going to lose that team. They're going to lose that.
They probably should. That city doesn't want that team.
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Hey, I want to go back to this one stat.
Yes,
again.
Bears Commanders. This is what we got to go back to here.
But it's the Bears. It's not Bears Commanders. So the last time a team won back-to-back games with the exact score and won by 1 point was the 26, a team in 1926, and it was 6-7 or 7-6.
Wow.
And the Bears won 25-24 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
I didn't see that was the last time it happened, but I knew that they had won back to back with that same. And by the way, you don't see a 25-24 game once a season, right? You probably see that once every few years. To see it back to back with the same team winning both games, statistically insane outlier. So great spot there, Dino.
Yeah. All right. Real quickly, and then we're gonna head out of here. I want to wrap this up. My final thoughts. Off of the New England Patriots. You're sitting at the top of your division right now. Things are going well. You got to go out and go make a trade. You need the playmaker. I like the running back there, but Alvin Kamara is a good fit for the New England Patriots. I think he can bring some versatility to that offense, or A.J. Brown. So if I'm the New England Patriots, you're calling one of those two teams. You got to go get yourself a playmaker. The Saints are going to start shopping people pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Their salary cap is all messed up. You know, Jamie, we've talked about this for years, how they keep doing what they're doing. It's finally caught up to them. But if I'm the Patriots, man, are you not calling one of these two teams to get one of these guys? I mean,
if the price is low and it's someone young enough, yes. But you have to remember where they are in their rebuild. They would like to go to the playoffs this year, but they are not expecting to be serious contenders this year. And nothing we've seen has shown that they're going to be serious contenders this year. They're good. They're probably ahead of where they need to be for their rebuild.
Well, let me ask you this.
Let me finish. You don't jeopardize the rebuild by giving up draft capital right now. So if you can do a 1-for-1 with a wide receiver you don't need, sure. If you can get him for like a third or a fourth and he's got a couple years and he's going to help May out and be sort of a bridge guy until they're truly competitive, sure. But if you're getting him to win this season, then you don't do it.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's just say the New England Patriots do wind up trading for A.J. Brown. What are their chances of making a playoff push?
I think they have a very real chance of making the playoffs regardless this year.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, add an
You know,
AJ Brown right
they
now.
come in as a wild card, but they probably don't even win the wild card round, and if they do, they don't go any further than that, regardless of if they have AJ Brown.
Dude, the Giants are a good team.
What is going on over there?
Giants are a good team. That offense is scary.
Okay.
Scatterboo. Everybody's on the Scatterboo train.
So I will
He'll be the
say
next CTE victim, but he's still good.
I will say Stan said Jackson Dart plays like concussions aren't real.
Yes.
And I saw someone say the other day Cam Scatterbo runs like he thinks he's a human fist.
He bangs his head off the wall, so I mean,
dude, he's nuts. I saw another great tweet that said Scatterbo and Dart get together to do post-game breakdowns, but if you were to walk into the room, it's just them trying to nail different WWE finishing moves on each other off the couch.
Wow.
I was like, I could totally see one of them doing like the DDT or Stone Cold Stunner or whatever.
All right. I like Scatterboo. He's a good running back. It brings some excitement to the New York Giants, and they desperately need that. You know what I'm saying?
He's the modern era of Mike Allstott.
Oh, buddy, pump the brakes.
It's a different running style, right? Allstott was not just a lower the boom.
He was the boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scatterbo is more explosive than Allstott was. Allstott was like
just lower his shoulder and run.
There's just nothing you're ever. He didn't get started until he was hit. Scatterbo will bounce off guys. He'll break tackles. He'll get those extra 2 yards. Don't get me wrong. It's just a different style. I'm trying to think who it's most like.
Do you remember when Allstott was playing? Whatchamacallit? Dino, I know you remember this. I hope you know who the player was, because maybe you can tell me who that player was. Do you remember when the Bucks were playing the Redskins? You guys were kind of up on us, and then they handed the ball off to Mike Allstott. He ran right up the middle and ran, like literally lowered his shoulder. You could hear the thump throughout the stadium. It was a Redskins player. Do you remember who that was? Was that Sean Springs that he ran over?
I don't know if it was Sean Springs.
I
remember.
I gotta go find. I'll find the clip and send it to you.
Actually, you talking about that, Louie? Scatterbo doesn't run entirely unlike Clinton Portis. Right? He's got a lot of strength. He likes contact, but he also has some agility. He loves spinning off the tackle. Portis always, as soon as that first arm got around him, the first thing he did was roll off a shoulder, right? Clinton Portis's neck was 3.5 feet wide. Cam Scatterbo is built like a thumb. He's just vertical.
All right, guys.
That's a compliment, not an insult, by the way.
All right, guys. That's all we got for you here for the Frozen Pirate podcast.
Don't let that be the end of the show, Louie. Say something smarter than what I just said, please.
It's all right. Look, it's going to be a fun-fulfilled week of NFL football. Like I said, it's just, I'm looking forward to Monday night with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions. Curious to see if the Buccaneers can continue this momentum into Monday night. Monday night has not been kind to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but earlier this season, we've proven that we can win on primetime with creamsicle jerseys too. We've broken those curses. So I just hope the Bucs keep pushing forward and continue to making the statement that Baker is the MVP this year, the future MVP.
Who do you play next week after this?
No, Monday. This Monday.
No, he wants to know who the following week is.
Who do we play the following week? We play on the following week. Sorry, the Saints.
Oh, you can't lose 2 in a row, then.
Why, you think we'll lose to the Saints if we lose to the Lions?
No, I think you're going to lose to the Lions, but I don't think you're going to lose.
Yeah, he's saying you're not going to lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Should be a really good game. I expect Baker to show up as long as the Buccaneers don't shoot themselves in the foot early on. I think they will do just fine, and I think Todd Bowles is going to have that defense ready to play. I don't know how the offense is going to be, but it's up to the defense to step up, and I think they'll step up. I mean, that's a tough task against this team. I'm not saying they're a trash team. I just think they're a little bit overrated. So we'll see what happens. Ralph, what do you got going on? Let everybody know where they can find you, man, and There's your stuff right there, man. I got you. I made it very easy for everybody.
Yeah, it's all laid out right there. X at damn-you223. Instagram, damn_you2_sports talk. YouTube, damn-you2 sports talk. All the content is on those platforms.
Right there, man. Always a pleasure having you on, man. And good for you guys, man. The little brother of the NFC South's not to come up. I like the competition.
Trying, man. We trying to get back to what we used to be.
Yeah, I honestly miss the competitiveness between the Bucks and it's still somewhat there, but I remember those days when you guys had like Rodney Pete and stuff, and you guys,
Rodney Pete, haven't thought about him in a minute.
Yeah, man. I remember, man. I think the
Steven
earliest
Davis.
Carolina, Steven Davis. I remember Steven Davis. I remember when y'all killed us. I think they had 150 yards each rushing on us with D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, God,
that was the game where Monty Kiffin, God rest his soul, announced that he was gonna that was his last year coaching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, and he was gonna go coach football with his son, Lane Kiffin.
Did you see that the artist D'Angelo died of pancreatic cancer yesterday?
Yeah, that was
really.
Yeah,
wow.
Like 51 or 52.
That's sad.
One of the greatest R&B guys. Although he was, I think the name of the movement that he kind of spearheaded was called New Soul. But man, I was listening to some of his stuff. Like, I didn't know he did tracks with Method Man.
Oh wow!
I was listening to some stuff I hadn't heard before. Man, he was good.
Wow, that sucks, man. All right, Ralph, I appreciate you coming on, and make sure you hit me up Monday, and I'll be more than glad. I'll be. It's tough for me to join at 7:30, 8 o'clock because I'm editing and doing stuff.
You just come in. You usually come in at the right time anyway. When we right.
I get everybody riled up. That's what I like to do.
yeah.
Wait, you're the Jamie of that podcast?
Hey, Jamie, did you fill out the pick sheet?
He did.
Did I fill it out, or do you not know how to check your inbox that it's already in before the podcast is over?
Didn't check that. Wow. Did you add a spot
for you? Yes. Louie, can you just drop the mic on this guy? Just drop the mic on him.
Oh, there he is.
Look at this.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys.
No, I meant the spreadsheet. Dummy.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Good night. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's the Frozen Pirate Podcast. And like I said, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Seen a lot of you guys, man. A lot of you guys in the audience there. I appreciate that. That's huge. That's awesome. That's amazing. Podcast is growing. Make sure you come check us out 5th, 6th, and 7th right here at the Tampa Sports Expo. Sports cards and memorabilia. Again, Simeon Rice, Dante Culpa, Kevin Kiermaier, like the list goes on. And that's just Saturday, dude. Saturday, $5 Saturday. Also, make sure you go follow DJ UPS, costume for kids. We're very close to hitting that goal, man. He's trying to raise $600. We're like $130 shy. Make sure you go donate to Costumes for Kids, man. Like I said, it's a good cause. I got to put my donation in. I actually forgot all about that. I will do that. Very busy, man. Very busy here on the Frozen Pirate Podcast. Again, guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you come down 5th, 6th, and 7th. Me and Daniel Morales, we're going to be doing the Tampa Sports Expo. We're very excited to be doing that. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come by, say hello, buy a t-shirt, support the cause, man. Like I said, this is fun. Having fun doing this. And like I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are sitting at 5-1, top of the NFC, one of the best teams in the NFL. And our quarterback, Baker Mayfield, is on his way to having an MVP season. Let's see if he can continue that in Detroit, because we're going to beat them damn Lions, bro. I ain't afraid of no Lions. I'm not afraid of the Lions, man. I'm sorry. I think this is going to be a big statement game. I just kind of feel like we're the underdogs all over again. And that's kind of been our MO. It's all good, man. Like I said, it's all good. Hopefully we get Mike back. Maybe Mike will be ready, maybe not. But I'm confident enough that we have Baker Mayfield and we have a team that can really go really far, especially in the playoffs. These damn Halloween decorations keep going off. That is my cue to get out of here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit the hit the bell notification, and smash the like button on this video, man. If you're on X listening, like the video, share it. We did a free jersey giveaway. We had a little bit of issues. So when we get down there, Christopher Wallace, I'm going to take him to the Tampa Bay team, to the Buccaneers team store. We're going to buy a jersey. Something with shipping. They look at it. I don't know. Long story for another time. But I appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, like and subscribe to the podcast. Smash the like button. And you can follow me on X, Louie FPP, and the Frozen Pirate Podcast on Instagram. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, again, put God first. Treat each other with respect, kindness, and love, and help each other out, man. It's tough out there. Put God first, and all things possible. As always, go Bucks, fire the cannons. Let's go Bucks.